It's an Indiana Regional Medical Center high school sports night on Cat Country 106.3 FM and at catcountry1063fm.com. High school football. River Valley Panthers versus the Purchase Line Red Dragons. Tonight's game is sponsored by Repine Travel, S&S Screen Printing, Dean's Diner, 5-Star Mitsubishi, Friends of Jim Struzzi, S&T Bank, by Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Luxembourg's Jewelers, Gregory and Martin, by Indiana Regional Medical Center and IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Also sponsored by Grand Beginnings Children's Center, Marion Center Bank, by Indiana Total Therapy, SCG Hobby, First Commonwealth Bank, Friends of Joe Pittman, sponsored by the Allied Milk Producers, EMB Computing, SeaWorld Satellites, sponsored by Hutton Blues Insurance, Smith Bus Company, and by InFirst Bank. Now let's go down to the field for an Indiana Regional Medical Center high school sports night, starting with the Indiana Total Therapy pregame show on Cat Country 106.3 FM and at catcountry1063fm.com.
It's week 6 of the IRMC high school football season, and for all teams in the Heritage Conference, it's gut check time as we now count down to the district playoffs and we count down the days until we name a Heritage Conference champion. But there's still so much left to be told, and we're going to get a little bit more added to that story tonight as we bring you River Valley and the Purchase Line Red Dragons. Hello, everybody, and welcome into the S&T Bank broadcast booth, where S&T Bank is People Forward Banking, member FDIC. Alongside my broadcast partner, I'm Chuck Clark. We're off to a rolling start tonight. Alongside Chuck Clark, I'm Jake Slobodnik, bringing you all the action tonight as I said, week 6 of the IRMC high school football season, and a really good matchup here tonight. River Valley's got 4 straight wins coming into tonight's game, whereas Purchase Line, they're 2-3, but they've played some really competitive football as of late, Chuck. It should be a good one.
Jake, I've always said you can be anybody you want. No problem. But, yeah, it's hard to believe it's the start of the second half of the Heritage Conference season, and for River Valley, they have been on a roll since that first week loss to Cambria Heights. They've gone undefeated. Purchase Line, they started out a little slow, but they picked up a couple of victories along the way, and they would like nothing more than to knock off the Panthers tonight and come away with a win.
River Valley, as most fans know, coming off a big 63-6 win against Homer Center last week at Memorial Field. And they were in control of that one seemingly from the opening kickoff. They scored, I can't even remember how many points they scored in that first half. I believe it was 35. And it was capped off by a big rush by Gavin Burkhart. And he's really been capturing a lot of eyes in the Heritage Conference lately, not just because of his speed in the backfield and his power as well, but his dual threat ability. Purchase Line, now they lost in their last game 14-7 to Penn's Manor, but if the score is any indicator, they played a really good game and a really competitive one against Penn's Manor. The only difference was turnovers was the biggest thing. Coach Matt Felisic told me earlier this week that was really the deciding factor in that one, and that was the Achilles heel for Purchase Line, and they look to turn that around tonight against one of the best offenses and one of the best defenses in the Heritage Conference. And as I said, should be a really good one. Purchase Line, they have some momentum. And, Chuck, tell me a little bit. You have 2 wins preceding that loss against Penn's Manor, but there's a lot of positives from that loss, too.
Well, there are. As these coaches tell us, hopefully you improve week to week, and the Red Dragons are doing a little bit better than they had the first part of the season. Their quarterback, Layton, he's about a 50% passer. He's thrown for almost 300 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's only been picked off 1 time this year.
Yeah.
So the River Valley defense is going to have to play their best.
I was actually talking to Ian earlier this week, and one of the things that he noticed is, as I said, Gavin Burkhart and Sam Yanitz, that seems to be on everybody's radar, and that's going to be the key to containing them. But he's excited to come out tonight. He definitely wants to pick up a win along with the rest of his Purchase Line Red Dragons, including Victor Bartlebaugh, who was our IRMC Player of the Week back in Week 4. And I know you said that Ian's only thrown 1 interception, but really that hasn't been the key for River Valley's defense lately. It's been fumbles. And Michael Wayno, I was talking to him in practice earlier this week. He's got 6 fumble recoveries coming tonight, and he's a nose guard. I said, man, it seems like you have a magnet built in your gloves, and it just seemingly attracts to you. But that's going to be the big thing. Can River Valley continue rolling with those fumbles tonight?
Yeah, that Panther defense, they've recorded 11 fumbles recovery so far this year, 5 interceptions. So, I'm sure they have a goal when they come in every Friday night. We'd like to come away with 2, 3, maybe 4 turnovers a game.
Well, that's going to be one key to the game. Chuck and I will have a little bit more as we continue with our Indiana Total Therapy pregame. We're coming to you live tonight from Panther Stadium in Blairsville.
Kicking off the slate is our 292 Heritage Conference game of the week as Northern Cambria looks to get back on the winning track against another 4-1 team in Marion Center. The Colts got their lost last week at the hands of the Cambria Heights Highlanders, while Marion Center shut out West Shamokin on the road. Join Todd Marino and Tony Cacagna for all the action on the new U92.5 FM and online at u92radio.com. River Valley is rolling coming into this week, winning their last 4 games and coming off a 63-6 win over Homer Center on the road last week. Tonight they'll host Purchase Line, who fell to Penn's Manor last week. Join Chuck Clark and I for all the action on Cat Country 106.3, Cat Country 106.3 FM.com, and Renda Digital TV for all the coverage. 2 teams without a win grace Tom Usick Stadium tonight when Homer Center battles Conemaugh Valley. Find out who notches their first win of the year with Mark Burdick and Ward Hilliard on WCCS, WCCSradio.com, and Renda Digital TV, presented by the Greyston Coral Sportsman's Club. Other games this week include West Shamokin hosting United Valley, Conemaugh Township traveling to Pat Corrigan Field to take on Penn's Manor, and Cambria Heights hosting Portage as the Highlanders look to stay undefeated. Plenty of action for Week 6 of the IRMC High School football season, but remember, if you miss any of this week's games, recap it with Todd Marino and Ward Hilliard from 8 to 10 tomorrow on the Luther Ford Lincoln Coaches Corner on WDAD and WDADradio.com. That's all for this week's trip around the Heritage Conference presented by Repine Travel LLC, where your next adventure is just a click away. Visit repinetravel.com. I'm Jake Slobodnik, and I'll see you next week.
Ready for your next adventure? With Repine Travel, unforgettable memories are just around the corner. November 10th to 16th, immerse yourself in the excitement of Branson, Missouri, or get swept up in the holiday magic of New York City, December 8th to 10th. And mark your calendars for October 2025. Set sail on a no-fly Islands in the Bahamas cruise aboard the luxurious Symphony of the Seas. Relax and explore the islands like never before. A big thank you to everyone who voted Repine Travel the best travel agency in the best of Indiana County. Book now with Repine Travel.
When it comes to screen printing and promotional items, nobody does it better than S&S Screen Printing of Indiana. Stop in and check out how S&S Screen Printing can help your business, school, or booster club grow. With a full line of apparel and promotional items, or visit them online and see the full lineup at snsscreenprinting.net. snsscreenprinting.net. Yes, snsscreenprinting.net. S&S Screen Printing, 1200 School Street in Indiana. At S&S Screen Printing, they do it right here.
It's a true treasure in Blairsville, a style of eating that's rare, and that's the diner experience. Dean's Diner on Route 22 captures the mood and atmosphere of the old-fashioned family-style eating of the off-road diner. Scrumptious home-style meals you remember growing up with, capped off with Dean's Diner's famous assortment of homemade pies. Why not stop in after the game? Open 24 hours, 7 days a week. Dean's Diner, Route 22, Blairsville, the classic diner eating experience.
This is the moment to make this summer the summer. In a 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander, with its premium and spacious 3-row interior, award-winning safety features taking peace of mind to new levels. Dynamic performance with up to 6 drive modes and distinctive Mitsubishi styling. Plus an innovative plug-in hybrid version, this is the moment to arrive with Mitsubishi Motors confidence. An industry-leading warranty, 2 years limited maintenance included, and roadside assistance. Drive home today starting at only $28,395. The moment is now during the final days of summer at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona.
Available on all 2024 model year vehicles. Coverage begins on original in-service date and expires at specified time or mileage, whichever occurs first. Coverage applies only to original owner, is not transferable. Valid only in U.S. Other restrictions apply. See www.mitsubishimotorsconference.com for full program details. Manufacturer suggested retail price. Excludes destination handling, tax, title, license, dealer charges, and options. While supplies last. Limited availability. Participating dealers may require placing an order and cost of delay in delivery. Retailer price, terms, and vehicle availability may vary. See your local Mitsubishi retailer for details.
Wow! Quick, Ken, we're getting higher and higher!
Almost as high as the closing fees on those mortgages we sold last month.
And we keep getting higher!
I know! Our closing costs are making us a fortune right now!
They sure are, but I meant we are getting higher towards the moon!
Hey, and the best thing is our customers can't find us up here!
Tired of closing costs and hidden fees going to the moon? Are you fed up with online mortgage companies treating you like an astronaut who doesn't have problems with things going higher and higher? Refinancing or purchasing a new home? InFirst Bank is here for you. They've been the trusted local mortgage lender for over 100 years. They won't surprise you with increased closing costs or hidden fees, only personalized service. They'll work with you every step of the way to get you into the home of your dreams. InFirst Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
InFirst Bank, here for you since 1922. The ITT pregame show continues with the keys to the game. Indiana Total Therapy with 3 locations. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, and at Indiana on Shelley Drive, and at the HMI building on the campus of IRMC.
We're back with you in the S&T Bank broadcast booth, back on our ITT pregame show alongside Chuck Clark. I'm Jake Slobodnik, and we're bringing you keys to the game, counting down to River Valley and Purchase Line, coming our way at the top of the hour. Chuck, we highlighted maybe 1 or 2 in our opening segment, but let's get to the keys. Let's start with Purchase Line.
I think for the Purchase Line Red Dragons, they're going to have a big night from their lines, offensively and defensively. They're giving up like just over 27 points per game. They don't want to do that tonight against the River Valley Panthers, and they need to put some points on the board. So far through the first half of the season, they're scoring just 2 touchdowns per game, plus mistakes. That's what we say every game, but you have to cut down on the mistakes, and I think Ian Layden has to have a good game throwing the football today. If those things can all come to pass for the Red Dragons, they might be able to stay with the Panthers here tonight. And, of course, for River Valley, it's that offense and it's that running game. Mr. Yanis, Mr. Burkhardt, 615 yards rushing for Sam with 11 touchdowns. 558 yards on the ground for Gavin Burkhardt. He scored 5 times. And so far, Mr. Steady has been quarterback Matt Perschetti, throwing 36 times, completing 19, 254 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
I like what you said about the lines, especially for Purchase Line. They got a pretty stout offensive line. They have 3 juniors up front as well as 2 seniors. And especially at left tackle, they got Clayton Edwards. He's got a lot to deal with here tonight. And we saw last week River Valley had no issue getting to the backfield of Homer Center. So if they can remain stout, it should be at least a close game, and at best for Purchase Line, a win in their book. And I think I'm going to add Ian Layden, like you said, bouncing off of that. He just has to remain calm in the pocket. I feel like if he does that, then he'll be able to scour the field, go through his progressions, look, because he's working with 2 tight ends. They're beefy guys, Seth France and Jacob Mountain. He's also got Victor Bartlebaugh on the outside as a receiver. So he's got some guys, he's got some help out there on the wings. If he can just remain calm and remain focused, should be a good game for him. River Valley, I think I'm going to add this key. They need to force turnovers like they've been over the past couple of weeks. They've had a lot of success, but I think Purchase Line is a big test for them, and especially with how they have all those offensive weapons. If they can force as many turnovers as they did last week and continue to force fumbles and recover them, it's going to be a good night for them.
Yeah, if they don't come up with turnovers, they're not going to have the ball as much as they've been used to through the first 5 games.
An interesting fact, last game against Homer Center, River Valley actually held the ball in less time than the Wildcats did. Granted, it wasn't by much, but River Valley held the ball for about a little over 11 and a half minutes, whereas Homer Center had the ball just over 12 minutes. So, again, increase that time of possession here today. Keep the ball on your side of the field, and things will be better and continue to succeed for River Valley. Those are our keys to the game for River Valley and Purchase Line. And when we return on our ITT pregame show, I'll have a chat with head coach Matt Felisic. That's all coming up next as we continue on the ITT pregame show from the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking. It's an IRMC high school football sports night on Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
Hi, this is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and I'm proud to serve the 62nd Legislative District. We take pride in our communities, and I'm proud to support our area teams and all our students, wishing them the best of luck this school year.
Dad, I'm broke.
Hey, broke, I'm Dad.
Dad!
Don't you have cash saved from babysitting?
No, I spent it. I want my own bank account from S&T Bank. They offer free ATMs, online and mobile banking, and an annual scholarship opportunity. See, I'm responsible.
Hey, responsible, I'm Dad.
Visit your local branch or stbank.com for details. Again, that's stbank.com. Member FDIC.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Luxembourg's Jewelers would like to let the community know that due to unfortunate flooding circumstances at their downtown location, they have temporarily moved their inventory to their Indiana Mall store. Elegance and affordability like never before at Luxembourg's overflowing Indiana Mall location. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of Luxembourg's store-wide sale. So if you're looking for breathtaking engagement rings or searching for a stunning Christmas gift, there's no need to wait. Now is the time to visit the store-wide sale at Luxembourg's Jewelers Indiana Mall location.
The ITT pregame show continues, powered by Indiana Total Therapy with 3 locations: IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute.
And we're back on the ITT pregame show chatting with Purchase Line head coach Matt Felisic as his team gears up for River Valley tonight on the road. Coach, we're past the midway point of the season. You guys are 2-3, but have been playing some really good football lately, picking up 2 wins in your last 3 games, and then a very competitive 14-7 loss against Penns Manor last week. Let's do a little evaluating on the team at this point. What are some of the biggest areas of improvement that you've seen your team sort of embrace as we approach week 6?
I just think the overall work ethic has been there all year, and the kids are working hard. We're trying to get better every week, and with a young team that I talked about that at the beginning of the year, our goal each week is to show a little bit of improvement. And I thought last week against Penns Manor, I thought we played great defense. Unfortunately, our offense is still struggling a little bit, trying to find our way. But I think we're showing each week that we're getting a little bit better, and that's the goal.
What can the offense do to take that next step forward and sort of match the defense's intensity?
I think we got to create big plays. We're not getting sustained drives. We're taking penalties, false starts, fumbles. Last Friday at Penns Manor, we had 3 costly turnovers that were, key points of the game. But I mean, we just got to keep getting better. The kids are getting there. Like I said, we lost, I think, 4,000 yards of offense last year and bring back 200. So a lot of new guys are getting the football that didn't get to touch it a lot last year, and I think they got to keep improving each week, and that's the goal.
Really good chance for improvement tonight here against River Valley. Take me through what's it going to take for your team to come out on top tonight against the Panthers?
Well, watching them, I mean, they got numbers, they got size, they got speed. Very good football team. We've got to match up with their speed, and I think that's going to be one of the biggest problems is the running backs that they have down there are, they're burners. They can move, and I think that presents a big challenge. And plus up front, they're big, and we're not very big up front, so that's going to be another challenge. Their offense, just sort of grinds away and do what they do, and I think, the advantage they have is they're probably bigger than 10 other teams in the conference, so they can do that on a smaller team. So we've got to find a way to slow them down on offense. And defensively, I think they're very aggressive. They blitz a lot, and they got a lot of speed on defense. So they definitely are going to present a challenge for us.
Should a win tonight happen, how would that sort of energize that team? Or do you think that would really energize this team heading into the late point of the season for maybe a late surge to really climb up in the District 6 rankings?
Oh, definitely. Last week was one, the coaches and the kids felt we should have had. If we can do a little bit on offense last week, we win the game, and unfortunately we weren't able to do that. But a win right now would be huge. We got a tough stretch here. We got River Valley, then Marion Center next week, 2 very good double-A schools. So we got to work cut out with us. But anytime you get a win, it just boosts the morale so high. So we definitely need one.
Coach, should be an exciting one tonight. Best of luck against River Valley. We'll chat with you after the game.
All right, thanks, Jake.
That's Coach Matt Felisic of the Purchase Line Red Dragons. We continue on our ITT pregame show with the Jess Hauser Show next on Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
Best wishes from the Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Company of Gregory and Martin. Now's the time to have your heating and cooling system checked. If you're having trouble with pipes or drainage, contact Gregory and Martin. Gregory and Martin will get to the problem and get it fixed right. For all your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs, contact Gregory and Martin in Blairsville. PA number 5726.
Back with you on the ITT pregame show with the Jess Hauser Show, entering Week 6 as his Panthers look to make it 5 wins in a row. I'm joined now by the coach. And, Coach, you guys have been playing some really good football lately, coming home with 4 straight wins, especially that dominant 63-6 win last week. You know, what has probably been the most improved factor for you guys as we are now past the halfway point of the season?
The growth of our offensive line up front. I mean, every week they get better and better. They're staying healthy, and they're opening the holes up for our running backs.
Take me through last week's game. You guys got out early. There was a lot of good individual efforts, and the defense really did their job. Gave up a touchdown in the final seconds of the game, but considering everything they did before that, you got to be feeling pretty proud with how they came out last week. Yeah, I mean, the line blocked well. Gavin, he ran hard. I mean, he broke a lot of tackles last weekend, and that's how we got ahead early. And he just kept rolling. And Sammy got on the board a couple times, and it was just them doing great. We talk a lot about individual efforts, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention one guy who comes in off the bench who at least has over the past couple of weeks, and that's Troy Milliron. I mean, you got to be impressed with how he's really broken out in the amount of minutes that he's been getting. Yeah, Troy, I mean, every time he's out there, he's around the tackle, he's in on a play. I mean, he's getting after it, and he's going to get more reps. Are you noticing from your underclassmen that there's a different hunger in their eyes, trying to get in these games, hoping that their starters can, create enough lead for them to get some varsity minutes? Oh, yeah, I mean, they enjoy getting on this field on Friday night, and that's what they're going to keep trying to do. Yeah, especially tonight, you guys go up against the Purchase Line Red Dragons. Now, they lost their last game against Penn's Manor, but before that, they won 2 in a row, and they've played 3 really solid games. You think about Purchase Line and the amount of talent they lost last year, using a quote that you used a lot last year, they really reloaded. Yeah, I mean, they did. I mean, Purchase Line looks really good this year. I mean, each week they're getting better and better. They have a good coaching staff up there. I mean, the last 2 years they put it on us, so we're going to come out with a little bit of revenge this week. What are some things that you notice about the Red Dragons coming into tonight? Very physical on defense. They blitz a lot. Our line's going to have their heads up, and watch for the backers coming in, and they're just very physical. When attacking a defense that is blitz heavy like the Red Dragons are, what's probably the key to overcoming that? Get past the first line of defense. Get past them because the backers are coming, and you get past that, there's all it's open, there's safeties. Is there anything on offense that maybe you've noticed about Purchase Line in terms of how they get some point production? I mean, they're physical. They got a big line up front. They run hard, and they did the same stuff they did last year, and that's what we're going to have to come out and try to stop. Remember last year, it was a hard-fought battle on the road, but they came up with the upper hand in that one. But you guys get to host tonight's game and try to get a little bit of retribution. Is there a chip on your shoulder from last year? Oh, definitely a chip on the shoulder from last 2 years they put it on us. So we're going to try to do tonight. And last year, they didn't let our cameraman in the press box, so that's a little anger to it, too, so we're going to go after them. You got to think about the media folks, right? Yes. Well, one other thing, Coach Matt Felisic, he's been here a long time. He has been in this position multiple times where he's really reloaded his squad. He's a very football-minded guy. Can you just sort of talk to me about what Coach Felisic, can bring to his team every year? He brings attitude. I mean, he gets those kids fired up. They're ready to go each and every week, even if they are down a little bit. I mean, they'll come out on defense and smack you in the mouth, and we got to be ready for them. Awesome. Hey, Coach, well, thanks for the time as always. Best of luck tonight against the Red Dragons. Hope to get win number 5 in a row. All right, thanks, Jake. That's Coach Jess Hauser on his weekly radio show. We'll continue with our ITT pregame show next. Chuck and I will have starting lineups when we return on IRMC High School Football Sports Night on Cat Country 106.3.
People say I'm too serious. Those funny ads for car insurance do nothing for me. I like Erie Insurance. It's seriously good. A great rate, legendary service, accident forgiveness. Not 1 but 8 reasons to switch. Woohoo! See, I can get as excited as...
Phoebus at the Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Worried about breaking your piggy bank trying to pay for higher education? At Marion Center Bank, they've partnered with the Pennsylvania Higher Education Assistance Agency to bring you the PA Forward Student Loan Program. Low fixed interest rates, flexible repayment options, and no prepayment penalties. You can focus on your studies without the financial stress. Call or visit any of their 7 local branches to learn more. They are here to keep your piggy bank safe. Marion Center Bank, moving forward with higher education. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
To be a champion, you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But if injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
This is Attorney Patrick Doherty. When faced with legal challenges, visit myself or Amy Doherty at 737 Water Street in downtown Indiana to assist with your criminal, family law, real estate, or estate planning needs. We are here to help.
Where do you turn for HVAC, plumbing, electrical, pump, and well supplier needs? Keith's Specialty Store. For homeowners, contractors, farmers, and do-it-yourselfers, contact Keith's Specialty Store, Route 119 in Home, PA.
SCG Hobby. It's in the name. Sports cards, comics, gaming, and more. Speaking of more, they also have a huge selection of Legos, board games, Dungeons & Dragons, and Warhammer. Whatever you fancy, they've got you covered. Come join the SCG family for fun events and tournaments nightly, including Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and more. Dive into a world of sports and fantasy at the SCG Hobby nearest you, with locations in Indiana, Latrobe, Altoona, and North Huntington. Find out more by logging into scghobby.com.
America's best-selling truck for 47 years is the F-150, and the place to get them is Luther Ford, voted best new car dealer in Indiana County in the Best of Indiana County contest. Right now, save up to $12,000 on a new 2024 F-150 or lease it for $488 a month for 36 months, or save up to $8,000 on a new Super Duty. See Luther Ford for details. Indiana County's truck headquarters for nearly 70 years. Luther Ford, Route 119 in Homer City, and online at lutherford.com.
The Indiana County Technology Center is now accepting enrollment in our adult education programs. The ICTC's adult education programs offer in-demand post-secondary programs tailored to empower student success. From cosmetology to welding and practical nursing, the ICTC has a program for everyone. Indiana County Technology Center, empowering tomorrow's workforce.
Indiana Total Therapy pregame show continues. Learn more about ITT at indianatotaltherapy.com. Now, let's get back to the stadium for tonight's starting lineups.
Back with you on the ITT pregame show in the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, People Forward Banking. Alongside Chuck Clark, I'm Jake Slobodnik. We'll go over the rest of our crew here tonight in just a little bit. But first, it's time for tonight's starting lineups. And they're brought to you by the Indiana County Technology Center, providing the necessary tools to jumpstart your future. Visit their website at ictc.edu. We'll start with the offense for the Purchase Line Red Dragons. Chuck, if you want to keep your eye on the coin toss, and we'll get to that after I read the lineups. Up front in the trenches for Purchase Line that runs a two-spread offense. From left to right, left tackle Clayton Edwards. He's a senior. Junior Tyson Lear is your left guard. Colton Felisic, a junior, is your center. Senior Xander Stifler is at right guard, and junior Ethan Bartlebaugh is at right tackle. Tight ends tonight, Seth France will be on the left side. He's number 8. Jacob Mountain is number 25. He'll play along the right side, and that'll change throughout the game. Wide receiver tonight, Victor Bartlebaugh, our Week 4 IRMC Player of the Week, received his trophy before the game. We'll get a picture of that on our website, catcountry1063fm.com, in the next couple of days. Running backs tonight in the slot will be Sean Marsh. He's wearing number 4. Devlin Cordish, the main tailback, wearing number 5. And quarterback tonight is Ian Layden. He's 20 of 43 passing with 294 yards, 5 touchdowns, and an interception. Can also run the ball, too. For River Valley in their pro set offense up front, left tackle Dakota Sprague. Noah Ripple returns at left guard. He was out last week with a shoulder injury, but he's back in there tonight. Jake Twincheck is at center. Zeke Doak at right guard, and Bet Whitmer is your right tackle. Tight end tonight, Merrick Smith. He has 4 catches for 57 yards and a touchdown. Jack Rummel and Caden Verslavic are your wide receivers. And in the slot will be Sam Ewing. He had a kick return touchdown against Portage a couple weeks ago here at Panther Stadium. The halfback and the Wildcat will be Gavin Burkhart. And tailback will be Sam Yanitz. On under center is Max Perschetti. Those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Indiana County Technology Center. And Chuck, did you see the coin toss?
Purchase Line won the toss. They will receive the opening kickoff.
All right, so the Red Dragons will start things off. Our opening kickoff tonight brought to you by Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations, teaching children to shine since 1991. They're also part of the Points for Kids campaign. For every point scored, Grand Beginnings will donate $1 to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive, benefiting child health care at IRMC and the Free Care Fund at Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh. We enter this week $830 going towards the Teddy Bear Fund Drive. Your kicker tonight, Cole Heckathorn. He'll tee it up and kick it off from left to right across your radio dial, or new tonight, your listening device. A very short, high kick. It'll be returned at around the 30 by one of the upmen. Takes it to the 35 before getting squashed at around the 37-yard line by Lucas Kishlock, and that's where Purchase Line will start things off here tonight. Purchase Line in their red uniforms, their red tops, red pants, white socks, red helmets, red numbering, and black trim. River Valley in their all black uniforms, white lettering, and about lighter blue trim with black helmets. Knows the football, resting on the near side, going right to left. Purchase Line from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. People forward banking. Ian Layden will line up in power I form to start things off here tonight. Actually in shotgun set, or pistol, I should say. It's going to be a handoff to Sean Marsh, who goes nowhere. Tried taking it to the middle, and then tried bouncing it out to the right, and was brought down by several Panthers. And the first to get him was Caden Braslovic. Braslovic, the one of 2 cornerbacks tonight for River Valley. The safeties, Jake Woodring, Sam Yanitz. The linebacker core, Merrick Smith, Jack Rummel, Nathan Wadding, and Gavin Burkhart. And the 3 up front, Evan Strauss, Michael Wayno, and Kason Yingling. Actually going to, well, they put the nose of the football on the opposite hash mark. Still 2nd and 10. Layden fakes, rolls right, throws off his back foot, and the pass is tipped incomplete. He's 0 for 1 starting off tonight. As I said before, I was talking with Ian throughout the week, and one of the things that he said was he was watching a bunch of film on Gavin Burkhart, and the key to stopping him, it's, it comes really from the edge, and as long as they contain him, and he thinks the aerial game is a factor for tonight. He also said the Red Dragons need to win the field position battle, get our offense going, and keep the ball out of RV's possession. 3rd and 10, pistol form Layden with doubles to the left, 1 to the right, man behind him. Man in motion is Bartlebaugh. He throws off his back foot, and instead he finds Devlin Cordish. There's a flag on the play, and he won't get the first, but we'll see what the flag is. It was thrown around the line of scrimmage, so that normally indicates a hold.
Good-looking play, brought the running back out of the backfield, swung him to the left side, hit him in stride, got up across the 45, short of the first down, but this penalty will determine it's against the Red Dragons.
It is a hold, and it looks like they're going to march back, so they will accept it. River Valley will, at least. So that'll negate the completion to Devlin Cordish. Good-looking screen play out to the left. And I believe it was Jacob Mountain coming from the right side trying to add as an extra blocker. At first I thought they were going to go to him, but maybe that's what Purchase Line's thinking tonight. Maybe try to use the art of deception and catching River Valley's defense off guard. Now they're going to continue marking it off, and they're going to rest the nose of the football at the 28 of Purchase Line in their own territory to start things off tonight. 51 seconds gone, scoreless here in the opening quarter, presented by Friends of Jim Struzzi, proud to support area student athletes. Trips to the left on 3rd and long, 3rd and 21 at the 27 actually. Layden in pistol form will drop back to pass. Looking left, pumps, changes direction, now scrambles to the right, runs into his own man, and he's brought down in the backfield by Michael Wayno.
Wow, that Panther defense had all the receivers covered on that time. Layden moves pretty good. He's a good-sized quarterback back there, and, sort of reminds you of some of the old-time quarterbacks. When they get that football, they drop straight back, and they look for somebody to pass it to. But big play there. One mistake, the incomplete pass. Second mistake, the penalty against the Red Dragons, and they're looking at 4th and about 27.
Yep, they'll have to punt this one away. Punter is Victor Bartlebaugh. The snap, and then there's a whistle, flag on the play, and it's going to be offsides on River Valley, so that'll give Bartlebaugh 5 more yards to put toward this kick. Back deep to return, at least at his own 40 to start off, is Sam Yanitz. He'll retreat back to around the 35, maybe the 34. Sam Ewing playing middle depth. Well, Yanitz will line up now at his own 30, so he'll take a 10-yard difference. Still 4th and very long, so Bartlebaugh will have to bunt this one away. He gets it, boots it, really good kick. And Yanitz is going to let that one take a hop and go out of bounds They're going to mark it out around the 36-yard line. That's where River Valley's going to start things off tonight. And Panther offense this year, 107 points scored in their pro set look. Purchase Line's defense in their 4-3 set has only allowed 134 points this season. They've taken a big step over the past couple of games. Realistically, if you just give them a little bit more offense, Purchase Line has a record above 500. They're looking to get to even that up here tonight. Max Perschetti and company will line up on the far side hash at around their own 36, traveling left to right. Under center, Perschetti. Burkhart, the main back. Ewing in motion from left to right. Perschetti drops back to pass, fires it to the cutting for Slavic. He makes the catch. He's got 3 men behind him, but he's going to beat them all. He's at the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Caden Vrslavic. One play, and River Valley finds pay dirt early in the first quarter.
Key to the game, stop this River Valley offense. First play for the Panthers, 64 yards and a score.
Well, scoring early, scoring often. River Valley did that last week. They're doing it again tonight. 64-yard touchdown pass. I believe that is Perchetti's longest pass completed this season. Entered the game with 254 yards, and now that's over 300 thanks to that touchdown pass. Cole Hackathorn out to attempt the extra point. There is a slight breeze. The kick is on its way. It is up, and it is through the uprights and good. River Valley strikes just less than 2 minutes into tonight's game, and we're back with the impending kickoff, with River Valley leading 7-0, 10:04 to go in the opening quarter on an IRMC High School Football Sports Night on Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
We love sports, but sometimes they don't love us back. If you've twisted that ankle, wrenched that knee, or banged up that shoulder, IRMC Sports Medicine can help. Concussions, fractures, other musculoskeletal problems, getting you back in the game and improving your performance and health. That's what it's all about. Call 888-452-IRMC. IRMC Sports Medicine in the Human Motion Institute on the IRMC campus.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
The first quarter is presented by State Representative Jim Struzzi. Proud of our progress, and the best is yet to come. Paid for by friends of Jim Struzzi.
The impending kick is returned from the 10-yard line, and River Valley will wrestle them down just past the 20 at around the 28-yard line. While both units switch off, here's Chuck Clark with a drive summary of that River Valley score.
Not going to get much quicker than that, Jake. One play, the touchdown pass, Perchetti to Vrslavic, 64 yards. The extra point kick, 7-0 Panthers.
Just update my sheet here in the extra point, 7-0. Layton and the Red Dragons with another attempt here to try to get some positive yardage. Pitch goes back to Sean Marsh on 1st and 10. He'll take it to the right side and be tackled near his bench for a couple of yards. Got about 4 on that. Sam Ewing able to stop him. Rest of our company here tonight, we have a loaded crowd here in the S&T Bank broadcast booth. I'm Jake Slobodnik alongside Chuck Clark, bringing you all the action. Our studio engineer back at 9th and Philly in downtown Indiana, manning the radio side is Matthew Lewis. Working the camera on Renda Digital TV, Chris Yonner. Samantha Snedden is our producer. And Eric Faust, our spotter. Well, I feel like Mark Burdick every week with the amount of people we have in here. Handoff goes to Sean Marsh. He's going to get it for about 2 more yards, bring up 3rd and manageable. So after a couple of negative runs in his first go-around, he's able to get some positive yardage here. And now Layden and company have only a few more ticks till the first down.
Jake, this is where Purchase Line has to make something happen on these 3rd down calls. They have to keep the River Valley defense on the field and, of course, keep their offense rolling toward the end zone.
Merrick Smith was in on that tackle as the run by Marsh went for 3 yards. 3rd and 3, 8:43 to go in the opening quarter, brought to you by friends of Jim Struzzi. Pistol form, Layden with a sidecar to his left and a man behind him. Sends his sidecar in motion. Fires it toward the center of the field, and it is tipped, almost intercepted, and incomplete. And Caden Verslavik trying to pick up a pick to no avail, and Purchase Line will once again have to boot this one away.
2 possessions for the Red Dragons. They've had to give the ball back to the Panthers both times. And unless they get a real good 4th down punt here, River Valley could be in a good position to start this drive.
Bartlebaugh, pretty good punt the first time around. Yannick's back to return at around his own 27.5. High snap. He's able to get a punt off. Waino runs into him. No flag, and that'll sail out of bounds again. River Valley setting up. They'll have some pretty good coverage. Wow, they're going to spot that out at around the 35-yard line, it looks like. So looked like the punt was a little bit further, but they're going to spot it a little closer to midfield, and it'll be 1st and 10 River Valley at their own 35. And our coverage tonight, both on Renda Digital TV and Cat Country 106.3, presented by the Indiana Regional Medical Center, Better Health, Better Life, and by IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville. October is just a couple days away, and that's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. IRMC's Comprehensive Breast Center provides you and your loved ones with comprehensive and compassionate care needed. So schedule those mammograms today. The handoff on 1st down goes to Sam Yanitz, cuts toward the middle, and he's going to get stopped after about a 1-yard gain. Don't say that too often, but we were talking about Purchase Line's defense, and we saw that right there.
They swarmed to the football, had a good wall there, no place for Sammy to go. 2nd down, they'll mark it back at the line of scrimmage. So they give him a yard, 2nd and 9.
Tyson Lear able to help bring him down. He had a convoy as well. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Panthers after the 1-yard gain. That was the second offensive play. The first one went 64 yards to the house. River Valley leads 7-0, 7:46 to go in the first quarter. Perchetti takes a snap. The pitch goes back to Yanitz. Following his blocks on the right side, sheds one tackler, and he's brought down shy of the chains. He's going to be about 3 yards shy, it looks like. Well, maybe 2.
But a good job by touchdown Sammy following his blockers. Waited till there was a little hole there. Had a couple of key blocks to almost break it for the 1st down.
Chalked it up as an 8-yard carry. Oh, no, 7 yards, excuse me. It'll bring up 3rd and 2. Again, some other games around the Heritage Conference tonight. We'll try to check in on their scores once they roll in. Indiana's taking on Knock in the WPIAL. Homer Center is at Conemaugh Valley. Both teams are 0-5 in that game, but one of them is going to escape with a win. Perchetti under center on 3rd and manageable. 3rd and 2. Verslavik in motion from right to left. And a whistle on the play. And it's either going to be a false start or illegal formation as Verslavik was not set.
So we'll move it back 5. First 3rd down call of the night for the Panthers offense.
Other games happening are U92 Heritage Conference Game of the Week, Marion Center and Northern Cambria. That should be a good one. 2 4-1 teams, and we'll see Northern Cambria next week. Chuck, one thing I always know is that the Colts, it doesn't matter who they lose to graduation, they're always tough.
Yeah, especially at Northern Cambria.
Yeah. And we'll see our friend, the faux PA announcer. Well, play-by-play, I should say. He is the PA announcer, but he does play-by-play as well.
He might be your friend.
Well, he's my competitor because he seems better than me. 3rd and 7 after the 5-yard penalty. Under center is Perchetti in I form. Burkhart, the main back. Play action. Perchetti rolling left. Fires off his front foot, and he's going to hit his intended target, Ewing, past the 1st down marker at around the 49, and he's dropped at the 50. 13-yard reception sets up 1st and 10 at midfield for River Valley.
Everybody gets an A on that. The offensive line did their job. They gave Max Perchetti all the time he needed. The receivers ran their route, got past the 1st down strict, put the ball right on target. 1st down Panthers.
I talked with Coach Hauser, as I do often on Thursdays. I come to practice and we talk a little bit. I've been really impressed, and he's been impressed too with Max Perchetti's growth at the quarterback position. He's making better reads, making better decisions with the football. We see it right here. He's 2 for 2, over 80 yards now. 1st and 10 at midfield, under 6 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Yanitz gets the handoff. He's going to take it forward for about a couple of yards. Stopped at the Red Dragons 46, so mark that a gain of 4. Seth France able to bring him down. Yanitz now 12 yards on 3 carries. Well, credit that front line for Purchase Line. They're doing everything they can to bring Yanitz down.
Sammy averaging 123 yards a game.
Can't remember if it was I think it was 2 weeks ago, he had 200 yards against United Valley. Gavin Burkhart had 200 last week against Homer Center, and that was just in the first half. 5 on the play clock, 5:15 in the first quarter. Perchetti on 2nd and 6 will hand it off to Burkhart. He's going to get about 2 yards shy of the sticks, so mark that a gain of about 4. Should bring up 3rd and about 2.
Yeah, Gavin had nowhere to go, but he kept those legs churning. He kept battling ahead and made a nice gain out of it.
Once again, Seth France there to bring him down. And Yanitz will head back onto the field for 3rd and short. Ball's placed on the far side hash at the Red Dragons 42 as the Panthers operate from left to right. Burkhart's going to come off, so they're going to add more speed and skill, take out at least a big blocker, so we'll see what happens. Perchetti will go under center on 3rd and 2 in I form. Handoff goes to Yanitz, finds a hole on the right side. He's going to get the first, and he's tripped up and brought down at the Red Dragons 36. Mark that a gain of 6 and a new set of downs for the Panthers. Tate McCullough there to bring him down. McCullough, 5'11" freshman.
Panthers 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions in this first quarter.
Once on a pass, the other on a run. 1st and 10 for the Panthers as they continue to progress in Red Dragon territory. Ball's at the 36 here in this first quarter with 4:10 to play. Again, our first quarter brought to you by Friends of Jim Struzzi, proud to support area student athletes. Perchetti under center. To the left, pitch goes back to Burkhart, gets back to the original line. Well, they might have actually stopped him for a loss of 1. We'll see where they mark it. Line of scrimmage was at the 36. Might have got about a half yard. Either way, it's going to bring up no gain, 2nd and 10. Sean Marsh, the junior, in there to stop him. Defensive outlook for Purchase Line. Up front, Colton Felisic and Ethan Bartlebaugh are your defensive ends. Sandra Stifler and Tyson Lear as your defensive tackles. Linebacker core, they have 4 of them. Sean Marsh, Devlin Cordish, Jacob Mountain, and Seth France. Cornerbacks are Ryan Matko, Tyler Hauser, and Victor Bartlebaugh with 3 interceptions as the safety. 2nd and 10 after the no gain by Gavin Burkhart. Pitch goes back to Yanitz this time, cuts in, gets back to the original line. He's going to take it forward and get stopped just shy of the sticks. Got around to the 30-yard line, and looks like they're going to mark him out at the 29. That is 7-yard carry by Yanitz. Another 3rd and short situation. 3rd and 3 coming up at the 29. Ball's placed on the far side hash. Perchetti under center. Handoff goes to the fullback. And I believe that was Burkhart acting as the fullback that time.
He got it.
Yep, he got the first. He needed 3. He got about 4. And it was Burkhart before Devlin Cordish is able to trip him up.
Well, Panthers have looked at 3 first downs in this first period. They picked up the first down every time.
First and 10, ball placed at the 25 on the far side hash. 2:20 to go in the opening period. 7-0 River Valley with the lead. Trying to add another. Perchetti under center. Man in motion from left to right as Yanitz fakes the pitch, and the handoff goes to the man on the right side blocker, Ewing, and he's stuffed. He goes nowhere except backwards. Cordish was able to stop him. Tackle for a loss. Brings up 2nd and about 11. As I mentioned earlier, there was some rain in the forecast. It did rain a little bit before the game started. See some break in the clouds on the far side, just over the mountain, but not enough. I don't believe AccuWeather's calling for rain tonight, but that could change on a snap of a finger. 2nd and 11. 90 seconds to play in the first quarter. Perchetti on play action, rolls right. He's got a couple men in front of him, but he's going to find Merrick Smith for the completion. He's at the 20, the 15, and he's finally, well, he escapes danger once, and he's finally brought down at around the 6. A 21-yard reception from Perchetti to Merrick Smith, and I'll tell you what, Chuck, Perchetti had very little time to react.
No, but his receivers did a great job because Merrick Smith was wide open, nobody near him, and Max put the ball right in his arms.
Tyler Hauser able to bring him down. Set up 1st and goal at the Red Dragon 6-yard line. Ball placed on the near side hash. River Valley 6 yards out from another touchdown with 1:12 to go in the opening frame. Split I form. Perchetti under center. Handoff goes to Burkhart. Has a defender on his leg, and he's brought down for about a loss of 1. Well, I checked that. A loss of 2, actually.
Yeah, they had Gavin around the ankle. He wasn't able to pull out of that tackle.
Devlin Cordish getting the tackle for a loss. Well, you can definitely see it. Purchase Line's defense has zeroed in on the running attack for River Valley, as Ian Layden said. It's just passing has been their big thing. And normally River Valley, not a passing team, so you got to respect the commitment to looking at the rush. But, again, just goes to show River Valley can change anything, anytime. Power I form. Waino in at fullback as well as Jack Rummel. Burkhart, the main tailback. The handoff goes to him. Escapes one defender, but then they all converge and bring him down for another loss. That's another loss, this time of 3. It'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 11. And both teams are just going to take that one into the quarter break. We've played a quarter of football here at Panther Stadium. Tyson Lee are able to prevent River Valley from adding another touchdown before the end of the first quarter. We now make a switch to the second quarter, brought to you by Friends of Joe Pittman. Wishing all student athletes in the 41st District a terrific season. We're back with the second quarter of action with River Valley leading 7-0 on an IRMC High School football sports night. Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
It's a true treasure in Blairsville, a style of eating that's rare, and that's the diner experience. Dean's Diner on Route 22 captures the mood and atmosphere of the old-fashioned family-style eating of the off-road diner. Scrumptious home-style meals you remember growing up with, capped off with Dean's Diner's famous assortment of homemade pies. Why not stop in after the game? Open 24 hours, 7 days a week. Dean's Diner, Route 22, Blairsville, the classic diner eating experience.
Hi, this is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and I'm proud to serve the 62nd Legislative District. We take pride in our communities, and I'm proud to support our area teams and all our students, wishing them the best of luck this school year. As we approach this year's election, I encourage you to make your voice heard, whether by mail or at the polls on Election Day. I'm grateful for your past support, proud of the progress we've made together, and even more excited about the future. The best is yet to come.
Paid by Friends of Jim Struzzi.
Real butter is a staple in dishes around the world, and for good reason. Real butter bakes, fries, sears, and sautés perfectly, every time in every recipe. Whether you need to melt it down for your dish or spread it across warm, fresh bread, real butter is your kitchen's best friend. Stock up today.
Travel our Milky Way, Allied Milk Producers.
The second quarter made possible by State Senator Joe Pittman, proud to support all of our students in the 41st District. Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
As we enter the second quarter from Panther Stadium, Gavin Burkhart gets the handoff on 3rd and goal at the 11, and he's only going to get a yard before Victor Bartlebaugh shoves him out of bounds, and that'll set up 4th and goal at the 10 for River Valley as they lead 7-0 as we're into the second quarter, brought to you by Friends of Joe Pittman. Big 4th down test here. River Valley will send Max Perchetti under center and I form. Burkhart the fullback, Yanitz the tailback. One receiver to each end. And play action, rolling right. Perchetti's got no time, and the pass is complete, but not enough for a touchdown. It's to Merrick Smith, but he goes nowhere, so that's a turnover on downs for River Valley. Back with you in the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking. Glad to have you along. Jake Slobodnik, Chuck Clark joining you on Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV. And River Valley's only touchdown so far is 64-yard pass reception from Max Perchetti to Caden Verslavik. And now the Panthers defense will go back to work as Purchase Line has it at their own 10.
15 plays on that drive, Jake.
Well, we talked about in the pregame, River Valley can work that clock a little bit more than they did last week. They'll be in good shape. They are after one, but Ian Layden and company looking to not up the scoring. The first play of this drive is a handoff to Victor Bartlebaugh, who was in motion from left to right. He's going to get about 2 yards before he stopped short. Brings up 2nd and 8. Caden Verslavik in on the tackle, and so is Nathan Wadding. Some scores from around the Heritage Conference as we enter the second. United Valley holds a 7-0 lead over West Shamokin. Conemaugh Township and Penns Manor scoreless after one, and so is Conemaugh Valley and Homer Center. Layden on second down hands it off to Cordish, who takes it to the left side, gets some decent yardage before he's stopped shy of the sticks. It'll set up about 3rd and 1 after about a 7-yard carry. Gavin Burkhardt in on the tackle.
And if you're Purchase Line, you need to find a way to convert this 3rd down deep in your own territory.
Now they only got 1 yard to the sticks, so if River Valley can force a tackle for a loss, we'll most likely see a punt. I think one way or another they make a stop. They're going to have to punt deep in their own territory, as you said. We'll see what they work here. They've been getting a lot of personnel involved, and 4 seconds on the play clock, so
flag is down.
Timeout taken by Purchase Line. Timeouts all season long, brought to you by Luxembourg Jewelers. Indiana's Christmas store reminds you that time flies, and it's not too early to think about that special Christmas idea. Think Christmas, think Luxembourg's. We're back in 30 seconds with the score: River Valley 7-0 over Purchase Line on Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, every second counts. At Strikeforce Security, we provide top-of-the-line monitored alarm systems, high-definition security cameras, and personal defense items designed to keep you and your loved ones safe. Our 24/7 monitoring service means you can rest easy. Need personal protection? We offer a range of high-quality personal defense items. Trust Strikeforce Security to safeguard your home and family. Visit us today at 57 North 11th Street in downtown Indiana.
15, it looks like, from the original line. And Verslavik
15, yeah.
credited on that sack. Sam Yanitz lined up at his own 49-yard line to return this punt. Panthers will shuffle around at the line. And I believe that's Bartlebaugh deep in his own end zone, looking to punt it away with 2 seconds left on the play clock.
Yep.
And
too many men on the field.
I don't know if they called a timeout beforehand. It looks like they did. Yep, timeout on the field. Luxembourg's Jewelers timeout with the score 7-0 River Valley and an 8:59 to go in the first half. We're back with you in 60 seconds on Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
IRMC stands for Indiana Regional Medical Center, and that word regional is true. IRMC has opened a new primary care clinic for folks in the Mundy's Corner, Naniglo area, and Michael Junghwa, CRNP, would love to get to know you. For acute care of coughs and colds, flu, infections, and other ailments, or for annual wellness visits and disease management, visit IRMC's newest location at 3840 William Penn Avenue, Suite 3 in Naniglo. IRMC, better health, better life.
Hi, it's me again, Garrett Greek, your local mortgage banker at S&T Bank. If you're looking to purchase a new home to enjoy the changing colors of the fall season, we can help to make it possible. Visit me at one of our Indiana County offices to learn more about our mortgage options. You can also visit us at stbank.com or call us at 800-325-2265. S&T Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back with you. The impending punt from Bartlebaugh is a short one, and it's down at the Purchase Line 32, so River Valley has really good field position as they lead 7-0 with 8:51 to go here in the second quarter. Brought to you by Friends of Joe Pittman. They're operating right to left. Max Perschetti and his offense forced to turn it over on downs last time. They made it pretty far but couldn't complete it on 4th and goal. So now they'll try it again. Much more favorable field position. They'll start things off in shotgun set. Yanitz to the sidecar to his right. Wide out to each side. Counter play goes to Yanitz, and he's brought down. There's a flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to be holding. Zeke Doak looked like it was pancaked, but not sure if this is going to be offensive or defensive holding. Seth France was able to make the tackle, but we'll see what this penalty is. Looks like they're going to march the ball back, so it'll be on River Valley. Officials deciphering. They're just trying to get the confirmation from Coach Felisic as to what he wants to do. Yep. Holding on who?
I think it's against River Valley.
It has to be. I mean, the official with the ball, yep, they're marking it off. It's on River Valley, so Zeke Doak will get tagged with a holding. With a hold, I should say. Folks, join us tomorrow, 8 to 10 a.m. It's Luther Ford Lincoln Coaches Corner on WDAD and WDADradio.com. Todd Marino and Ward Hilliard will recap all the action around the Heritage Conference and District 6 in those 2 hours. That'll march them back 10 yards to bring up first and about 20. Ball's placed at the 42-yard line. Perchetti in shotgun set, trips to the right. Yannick's the sidecar to his left. Or no, Burkhart is to his left. Perchetti, sensing pressure early on, will just tuck it and run. Might have got 2 yards on that run. We're going to mark him out at around the 40-yard line. Seth France able to bring him down. He's been in a lot of tackles tonight. Big one there, brings up 2nd and 18. And Chuck, another smart move there by Max Perchetti.
Yes, you can see the maturity through the first 5 games of the season. He knew that his receivers were covered. His job, get to the sidelines and get out of bounds.
Try to make something work, and he did. Clock stopped at 8:27, 2nd and long, 2nd and 18. Perchetti with a sidecar left, trips to the right. Direct snap to Perchetti to throw on the cutting Sam Yanitz. It's behind him and low, so incomplete.
Just a bit behind, Sam.
Second time tonight they were trying to hit the man on the slant route. It worked the first time and went for 64 yards to the house. That time, as you said, not enough mustard and just a little bit behind.
Okay, so a big 3rd down call here for the Panthers. If they don't get the first down, would they try the field goal?
Yeah, Cole Hackathorn, it's at the 40. I don't think they would. Maybe if they get back to the original line,
Yes.
maybe a little bit beyond that. We'll see. 3rd and 18 at the 40. A purchase line. Perchetti drops back to pass. Fires it to Burkhart, the screen man. Spins out of 1 tackle, and he's finally brought down at the 37-yard line, so that'll go for a gain of 3 on the pass completion before Xander Davis brings him down. And River Valley's going to have to go for it here. Clock still rolling at 8 minutes to go before halftime. Stick around. Our SCG Hobby halftime report comes up after the action. We're going to bring you a double dose of our senior spotlight. We missed it last week with the simulcast with Homer Center. Today we're going to feature Jack Rummel and Sam Ewing. So stick around. That's all on the SCG Hobby halftime show. Under center on 4th and long. In I form, Perchetti drops back. Fires it deep, looking for Vaslavic. He hits him in stride, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Sam Ewing. So stick around. That's all on the SCG Hobby halftime show. Under center on 4th and long. In I form, Perchetti drops back. Fires it deep, looking for Vaslavic. He hits him in stride.
Pass, good blocking up front. Another 6 points for the Panthers.
Hackathorn out to attempt his 2nd extra point tonight. He's 1 for 1. That'll be 1 for the highlight reel. On the extra point, a low snap. The kick on its way, and it is good. 7:33 to go in the first half, and River Valley extends their lead to 14. They lead at 14-0 over Purchase Line. We're back with you in 60 seconds on an IRMC High School Football Sports Night. Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
Looking for unbeatable savings on TV and internet? Bundle and save with Dish TV. And HughesNet plans begin at $59.99 a month. Call SeaWorld Satellites today at 724-463-3200 and start saving. SeaWorld Satellites, your one-stop shop for TV and internet savings.
I'm State Senator Joe Pittman. From Indiana to Westmoreland to Jefferson to Armstrong counties, I'm dedicated to supporting every student in the 41st District. As Senate Majority Leader, I'm committed to ensuring our kids have the opportunities they deserve, whether it's excelling in athletics, engaging in extracurricular activities, or achieving academic excellence. Together, we're building a strong foundation for our children's success. I appreciate your support and encourage you to vote, whether by mail or in person on Election Day.
Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
The second quarter made possible by State Senator Joe Pittman. Proud to support all of our students in the 41st District. Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
Hackathorn tees the ball up. We're ready to go for the impending kickoff after the River Valley touchdown. Good kick. It's going to be returned at around the 18-yard line. Brings it upfield. That's Sean Marsh, and he's finally wrestled down at around the 32-yard line, and that's where Purchase Line will start things off, down 14. Let's revisit that last scoring drive as we have a downed Red Dragon on the field. It is number 42, Connor Goss. He is down, and Brody Hauser was in on the stop. Let's get to that drive summary while they tend to the injured Goss. Here's Chuck Clark.
Now, River Valley went 32 yards in all, just 4 plays. A perfect 37-yard touchdown pass from Max Perchetti. And let me see, Max on the game so far, 6 out of 7 with 2 touchdown throws tonight, 14-0 Panthers.
Both of those touchdowns were pretty long. The first one went for 64 yards, and the last one went for 37. Still tending to Connor Goss. He's up, and looks like he'll be able to walk off. That's always a good sign. Hope he's okay. You know, last week a couple Homer Center Wildcats went off with concussions. I'm noticing an uptick in them this year. So hopefully it's not the case with Goss. We're not trying to speculate. Just saying hopefully that's not the case. Look at the out-of-town scoreboard. A couple more scores rolling in. In the second quarter, Homer Center with a 7-2 lead over Conemaugh Valley. And at the end of one, Cambria Heights, they're already making a statement against Portage, 28-0. They're going to mark it down at the 34. 1st and 10 for Purchase Line. Trying to not let the game get away in pistol form. Layden takes a snap, hands it off to the deep man. That is Marsh. He's going to take it to the left side, get some positive yardage, and he's finally roughed down at around the 40, so a gain of about 6. Gavin Burkhardt in on the tackle. .7:02 to go in the second quarter. Our second quarter tonight brought to you by Friends of Joe Pittman. Wishing all student athletes in the 41st District a terrific season. 2nd and 6. Only a 4-yard gain. And looks like Cordish is able to bring it forward for a couple of yards. He actually got the first. He brought the whole pile with him. And
what an effort that time by Cordish.
I thought they were going to whistle it down, but maybe at the last millisecond he's able to get or continue the forward progress. Goes from the 39 all the way down to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, he picked up 4 extra yards just on hustle. That's first down.
About 8 yards on the carry by Cordish. 15 yards on 2 carries. New set of downs. Ball placed at the Purchase Line 47. Operating left to right of the Red Dragons. Handoff goes nowhere. Merrick Smith broke through into the backfield with ease and brings down Sean Marsh for a significant loss. 6 yards on the loss. And there's nothing Marsh could do there. Merrick Smith just met him eye to eye as soon as he got that football. Clock ticks at 5:42, now 2nd and 15 coming up. Pistol form, man in formation, or in motion. Pitch is bobbled and intercepted. Hot potato lands into the hands of Merrick Smith, and he's wrestled down at the Red Dragon 30. Nathan Wadding on the tip.
Well, there's the turnover for the defense that we've been talking about.
Oh, correction, it was Nathan Wadding. I thought it was Merrick Smith. No, it was Nathan Wadding on the pick. And now that sets up River Valley basically where they were last time, at the 30-yard line of Purchase Line. Ian Layden now 0 for 3 passing with an interception. Shotgun set for River Valley as they set up at the Red Dragon 30, up 14-0 with 5:18 to go in the half. Perchetti drops back to pass, fires to the man on the out route. It's complete, and Pass was to Yanitz, and he's just shy of the chains via pass completion of about 7.
Yeah, that's what the Panthers have done so well this year. Get the turnover deep in the opponent's territory and then push it in for a score.
Devlin Cordish there to stop him. 2nd and 3 coming up. 3 yards shy of the red zone. And shotgun set once again. Trips to the right. Sidecar is Yanitz, or Burkhardt, excuse me. The handoff will go to him, and he goes nowhere but down. In fact, he's going to lose a couple of yards. Tyler Snyder in on the tackle. Brings up 3rd and about, they're going to only mark off 2 yards, so 3rd and 5 coming up. This time they'll send trips to the left with Burkhardt to the side, to the right of Perchetti, looking for a 3rd down completion. Direct snap, drops back to pass, fires toward the end zone. He's looking for Vreslavic again, and it's just out of his reach, incomplete. Would have been a beauty of a pass, but it's going to bring up 4th and 5 at the Red Dragon 25. Well, I like the logic there. If it's working, keep going to it.
It was a nice pass pattern, and Max had a lot of time, just a little bit too long. But there were 2 purchase line defenders guarding the River Valley receiver.
They're going to go for it here on 4th and 5, operating in the Wildcat. Burkhardt will take the snap. Yanitz, the sidecar to the left. Perchetti will be moved out as a receiver on the right. It looks like the snap went to Yanitz. The ball's free. Recovered by the Panthers, but it's not past the sticks. It'll be another turnover on downs. So no yards on that rush. The fumble sets up a 1st down for Purchase Line at their own 25-yard line. Again, Chuck, I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Purchase Line defense.
They are hanging in there. They can make a couple of conversions on their offense.
3:44 to go in the half. 1st and 10 for the Red Dragons. Layden once again back in pistol form. Sidecar to the left, man behind him. Wide out to each side. Layden rolls out right, looking to pass. He's got a man streaking downfield, looking for the connection, and it is complete to Jason Stifler, and he's brought down at the River Valley 35-yard line. That was a great pass completion by Layden to Stifler. Sam Ewing able to track him down.
And their biggest offensive play of the game.
40 yards on the completion. Set up 1st and 10 at the 35 of the Panthers. Layden with a sidecar to the left, man in the slot. Wide out to each side, and then a flag on the play. And it's going to be offside on River Valley. Free 5 yards for the Red Dragons. Want to say hello to Rick Spallone, River Valley boys basketball coach, watching us on Renda Digital TV. And we also want to say a happy birthday to Adam Doak, the one of 2 Adams.
Yes.
He and Adam Dunlap normally take in the games together. Adam Doak celebrating a birthday today, so we want to say happy birthday to him. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Actually, a lot of nice people in this area. Under 3 minutes, 1st and 5 after the offsides. Handoff goes to one of the sidecars. I believe that was Cordish. Yep, Cordish able to get a free 1st down, and he's stopped at around the, call it the 24-yard line, so a gain of 6. Sets up a Red Dragon 1st down. Merrick Smith in on the tackle. First and 10, 4 yards shy of the red zone for the Red Dragons, looking to close the gap before halftime. Layden will step back and talk to Sean Marsh as Cordish takes his spot as his sidecar on the right. The pitch back to Marsh, looking to turn the right corner, and he's brought down and out of bounds. Either lost a yard or got back to the original line. We'll see where they mark it. It looks like he got back to the line, so no gain.
Of course, if you're River Valley, your defense does not want to let Purchase Line get in the end zone. Closing moments of this first half, and you're up by 2 scores.
2nd and 10. Clock stopped at 2:21 as Marsh was able to get out of play. Once again in shotgun set, 5 seconds on the play clock. Man in motion is Marsh, but the handoff to Cordish on the counter play. Runs it up the gut. Going to get past the 20 and down at around the 19-yard line. Bueno will bring him down.
You know, Purchase Line has some big running backs. Cordish, a senior, 6'1", over 200 pounds.
And Sean Marsh, he stands in at 5'8", but he has that speed to kill. So we got really 2 key running backs. You talk about Yanitz and Burkhardt for River Valley. They almost have a carbon copy of them for Purchase Line with Marsh and Cordish. Layden in pistol form on 3rd and 5. Drops back to pass, looking for the screen pass on the left, and it's just out of the outstretched reach of Devlin Cordish, and it'll go incomplete. Clock stopped at 1:38, and the Red Dragons have a decision here to make. 4th and 5, ball on the Panther 19-yard line. Score update from around the Heritage Conference. United Valley has now extended their lead to 28-0 over West Shamokin with 3:54 to go in the first half. Entering tonight, there were 3 teams at 0-5. Homer Center and Conemaugh Valley are the other 2 alongside West Shamokin. Homer and Conemaugh Valley one of them is going to walk out with a win tonight. Layden to pass on 4th down. On the cutting man, it is caught, and he's brought down at around the 2-yard line. The pass completion to Tyler Hauser.
Nice route, nice pass, kept it low. The receiver cutting down the middle of the field.
And it seemed like Layden threw that as a sidearm pass, and I don't think anybody really realized what exactly was happening in terms of where the ball was going to. So Layden, 1st and goal at the 3, the handoff up the middle, and he stopped at the 2. They marked the ball at the 3. And that was Cordish on the 1-yard carry.
Good test here for the Panthers defense.
Red Dragons only have 1 timeout. Panthers have all 3. So River Valley, if they can make a couple of stops, there's only 56 seconds left in the first half. Layden, once again in pistol form. Shotgun set. Sidecar to his left with Cordish. Double wides to the left. Now he's going to bring Marsh in and act as a sidecar to the right. Layden, snap, and the handoff is whistled dead. I believe it's going to be a legal formation on Purchase Line.
Now, you don't want to make mistakes here. You had a 4th down and a yard to go, and you got caught with a penalty, and looks like it's going to be the same thing here with a football at the 2-yard line.
Red Dragons started with the ball at their own 25-yard line. They've treaded 73 yards thus far, but that's going to be marched back about 5 after the illegal motion, or illegal formation, excuse me. So that brings up 2nd and 7. 2nd and goal at the 7, I should say.
3 wide receivers, Jake.
Yep, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Layden in pistol form, sends Marsh in motion. Drops back to pass, fires toward the end zone, and it is above everybody. Too tall, incomplete. Chewed just 4 seconds off of the play clock.
Yeah, they're going to get 2 more cracks here at it.
3rd and goal at the 7 coming up. Nose of the football resting in between both hash marks as Purchase Line looking to cap off a scoring drive left to right. 7 yards to find it. And 2 more downs.
35 seconds in the half.
And then a whistle. It looks like River Valley is going to call for a timeout. Timeouts all season long, brought to you by Luxembourg's Jewelers. And we'll take 30 seconds, and we'll be back with you with 35 seconds to go in the first half on an IRMC High School Football Sports Night, Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
Step up to the starting line with the Ford Broncos and Ford Bronco Sports. See the incredible selection at Luther Ford. And right now, save up to $5,000 on the full-size Bronco or lease it for $588 a month for 36 months. Or save up to $4,000 on a 2024 Bronco Sport or lease for $388 a month for 36 months. See Luther Ford for details. Indiana County's Ford experts for nearly 70 years. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and online at lutherford.com. Voted best new car dealership in Indiana County.
The second quarter made possible by State Senator Joe Pittman, proud to support all of our students in the 41st District. Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
35 seconds to go in the first half. Purchase Line will at most have 2 more downs to try to make some points happen. They trail 14-0 to River Valley with 35 seconds to go. Coming up, our SCG Hobby Halftime Report. Chuck and I will recap the first half, give you a look at stats, and our 2 senior spotlights today, Jack Rummel and Sam Ewing. For those watching on Renda Digital TV, they are audio, so make sure to turn up your volumes if you want to hear from both of them. 3rd and goal at the 7. Layden in pistol form. Sends Cordish in motion to the left, looking for the halfback screen. He fires, and it's out of his reach, incomplete. Jack Rummel applying some pressure to Layden in the backfield, forcing an errant throw, and it brings up 4th and goal at the 7.
Well, this is play of the half. A stop here, and Panthers continue to lead by 2. Touchdown for the Red Dragons. They're back in the football game.
They hold them here. I think that's, 3 or 4 straight games they've shut out an opponent in the first half, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble remembering the Portage and United Valley games, but I know they did last week against Homer Center.
There's a flag here before the snap.
And, Purchase Line says it's on River Valley, and you get the opposing pointers from the opposite side. And another timeout.
Or maybe that's what it was. Well,
I always say the last minute or 2 in the first half, well, actually in both halves, they are the longest 2 minutes that you'll ever endure. We'll keep it right here as both teams head off for another Luxembourg's Jewelers timeout. Indiana's Christmas store reminds you that time flies, and it's never too early to think about that special Christmas idea. So when you think Christmas, think Luxembourg's. They also want to remind customers that their downtown Indiana location is temporarily closed due to water damage, but they urge customers to check out their location at the Indiana Mall. And hey, just a reminder, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That's coming up in a couple of days. IRMC's Comprehensive Breast Center provides you and your loved ones with comprehensive and compassionate care needed for total breast health. The team at IRMC are among the most experienced in the region. IRMC, in partnership with the UPMC Hillman Cancer Center, is at the forefront of breast cancer diagnosis and cares for their patients every step of the way, from prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and recovery. As I said, October is days away. Schedule your mammograms today at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge or Indiana Regional Medical Center. Better health, better life. 32 seconds, 4th and goal at the 7 for Purchase Line, looking to put some points up before the halftime break. Layden in shotgun set has double wides to the right. He drops back the pass, looking for the cutting man toward the end zone, and it is incomplete. No flags on the play, and that's a turnover on downs for Purchase Line. Well, aside from not putting up points, that was a pretty good drive for them. They chewed up some clock, and they went 73 yards.
10 plays in that drive.
So now River Valley will take over with 28 seconds remaining at their own 7. And if I'm River Valley, I might just knee it and go to the half, but, I mean, we said that last week, and look what happened. First down for the Panthers. Perchetti goes under center. Handoff to the back man, and Sam Yanitz cuts to the middle of the middle of the field, and he's going to get some decent yardage. He's past the 20 and down at around the 22-yard line. River Valley will use one of their timeouts. They had 2. He just burned one of them. So from the 7 all the way down to around the 22-yard line. 15 yards on that carry by Yanitz, his largest of the night. .21 seconds to work with. And if I'm Perchetti, I might think about going to Caden Braslovic again.
Yeah, he's been open almost all the night so far.
Both teams heading to their benches. We'll keep it here. 21 seconds to go in the half. Panthers looking to extend their 14-0 lead before the halftime break. Coming up tomorrow afternoon, IUP opens up their home portion of the schedule. They'll be at George P. Miller Stadium at Frank Signetti Field as they welcome Clarion. Clarion Golden Eagles making the trek to Indiana. And we're on the air at 3:30 with the pregame show. It'll be Jack Benedict, Pat Doherty, and myself. I'll be on the sidelines, the 3:30 airtime. 4 o'clock kickoff from Miller Stadium. Join us on the new U92.5 and U92radio.com in our coverage of IUP football, just like high school football, presented by the Indiana Regional Medical Center. Better health, better life. 21 seconds to make some magic happen. They got one timeout left. We'll see what River Valley does. Eric Faust, our spotter, said purchase line needs to go in to prevent defense, and I concur with that.
You think?
Hey, said happy birthday to Adam Doak. He's with Adam Dunlap right now, and they sent me a selfie. So, cold one in hand. I could use one after today. Perchetti drops back to pass. Rolling right. Now changes direction, runs left. Runs toward the center of the field. Tries to follow a block. He runs into his own player, and he's finally shoveled down at the original line of scrimmage. And River Valley is just going to take that one into the half. River Valley got the ball back one more time before the halftime break. Couldn't put any points up, and through 2 quarters of play, the Panthers lead at 14-0 over the purchase line Red Dragons. Don't go anywhere. Our SCG Hobby halftime report is next. SCG Hobby now in 4 locations: Indiana, Latrobe, North Huntington, and Altoona. Dive into a world of sports and fantasy. More information at scghobby.com. Chuck and I will take a look at the first half, give our thoughts on it as we proceed with our SCG Hobby halftime report on an IRMC High School Football Sports Night, Cat Country 106.3 and on Renda Digital TV.
We love sports, but sometimes they don't love us back. If you've twisted that ankle, wrenched that knee, or banged up that shoulder, IRMC Sports Medicine can help. Concussions, fractures, other musculoskeletal problems, getting you back in the game and improving your performance and health. That's what it's all about. Call 888-452-IRMC. IRMC Sports Medicine in the Human Motion Institute on the IRMC campus.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, every second counts. At Strikeforce Security, we provide top-of-the-line monitored alarm systems, high-definition security cameras, and personal defense items designed to keep you and your loved ones safe. Our 24/7 monitoring service means you can rest easy. Need personal protection? We offer a range of high-quality personal defense items. Trust Strikeforce Security to safeguard your home and family. Visit us today at 57 North 11th Street in downtown Indiana.
When it comes to screen printing and promotional items, nobody does it better than S&S Screen Printing of Indiana. Stop in and check out how S&S Screen Printing can help your business, school, or booster club grow with a full line of apparel and promotional items. Or visit them online and see the full lineup at snsscreenprinting.net. snsscreenprinting.net. Yes, snsscreenprinting.net. S&S Screen Printing, 1200 School Street in Indiana. At S&S Screen Printing, they do it right here.
Hello, this is your State Representative Brian Smith. I serve the Greater Purchase Line School District and part of the 66th Legislative District. I'm a big fan of our student athletes on and off the field. Football season's an exciting time, so I'm extending my personal and sincere best wishes to our Purchase Line Red Dragons. Have fun out there as you compete on the gridiron. You've got this. We know you've got what it takes to win and make a run for that championship.
Need to fuel up your vehicle and grab essentials for the big game? Visit Betty Lou's 2 just outside of Clymer on Route 286 Highway East. Betty Lou's 2 is your one-stop shop for gas and more. Convenient, friendly service. Betty Lou's 2, where convenience meets quality.
This is Pirates broadcaster Bob Walk here to talk about another professional team. Site Pro Services is your premier demolition and excavation experts in Indiana, PA. Excavating, paving, concrete work, and more. Check them out on Facebook at Site Pro Services, LLC.
It's time for the SCG Hobby Halftime Show. SCG Hobby of Indiana. Dive into a world of sports and fantasy.
Back with you at Panther Stadium in Blairsville for our SCG Hobby Halftime Report. SCG Hobby, now in 4 locations: Indiana, Latrobe, North Huntington, and Altoona. Dive into a world of sports and fantasy and find more information at scghobby.com. River Valley with a 14-0 lead over the Purchase Line Red Dragons. Here at halftime, let's get to the first half recap. Only 2 scoring plays to tell you about. And River Valley needed less than 2 minutes to break into the scoring column. Their first offensive drive of the game, Max Perschetti connected with Caden Verslavik for 64 yards on a one-play 64-yard drive. Verslavik took it to the house, and the extra point by Cole Heckathorn made it 7-0 at that point. And then they were held in check up until halfway through the second quarter when they capped off a 4-play 32-yard drive. They took advantage of a short punt by Purchase Line, and once again it was Perschetti to Verslavik on a 4th and long nonetheless. They connected for a 37-yard touchdown. River Valley was backed up after a penalty in their drive. That's why it's 37 yards on that touchdown. Then an extra point by Cole Heckathorn made it 14-0 at that point. Both teams exchanged possessions, but Purchase Line, they were making a stand. They looked like they were going to break into the scoring column late in the second. They traveled 73 yards, but stalled on 4th and goal at the 7. River Valley playing some stout defense, and they also were aided by a couple Purchase Line penalties. And River Valley took up shop at their own 7-yard line, but they were stopped in 2 plays to take it into halftime. One on a sack, the other on a rushing play that went for just a couple of yards. A very cut and dry first half. Chuck, give me your early thoughts on what you've noticed here in this first half.
Well, I think Purchase Line is giving River Valley a battle here tonight. They've tightened up their defense. And that last offensive series for the Red Dragons, they picked up 72 yards. That's their biggest so far, because in the game, they have 72 yards of total offense. They have run 26 plays compared to River Valley with a total offense of 171 yards on 26 plays. So the plays from scrimmage are even. Scoreboard shows 2 touchdowns for the Panthers, and Purchase Line yet to get on the board.
I think we have to credit Purchase Line's defense up front. Their linemen, they've done a pretty good job at containing the River Valley rushing attack. We'll go over individual stats toward the end of our SCG Hobby halftime report, but they've only given up 1 run of 10 or more yards, and that was to Sam Yanitz on his most recent carry, his 7th of the first half. So they're doing a pretty good job. It's just that secondary might need to take a step forward in the second half.
Yeah, and of course, the penalties, they've had some key calls. They had a 4th and 1 situation that cost them, and they had the football at the Panther 2-yard line, and a penalty cost them a score there.
Well, we'll continue with our SCG Hobby halftime report. River Valley recognizing their elementary and middle school teams and midget teams as well out at midfield. And if you're on Renda Digital TV, you'll see that as we continue. But coming up on the radio side and the audio aid component for that, we're going to have not 1 but 2 senior spotlights. Now, last week we couldn't have one because we had our simulcast with WCCS and Homer Center. So today we're going to take a look into the lives of Jack Rummel and Sam Ewing, 2 of the members of the senior class for the River Valley football team. Jack Rummel is coming up first as we continue at halftime with the score River Valley 14 and Purchase Line nothing on our SCG Hobby halftime report on an IRMC High School football sports night on Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
Hi, I'm Jay.
And this is Shannon of the Hutton Blues Insurance Agency.
Building strong personal relationships with our clients is the cornerstone of how we do business.
Hutton Blues Insurance is an independent agency representing many fine companies to offer you the best coverage at the best possible rate, whether it's for your car, home, life, or business.
Hutton Blues Insurance is located on Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana. We are honored to have been voted Gold in this year's Best of Indiana County.
Thank you, Indiana County.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
If you don't know tires, know your tire dealer. Lias Tire prides themselves in making your tire and auto needs convenient and stress-free. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and Saturday from 8 to noon. For all your tire and auto needs, call Lias Tire.
Looking for your first job or a new job? McDonald's is hiring. They offer great benefits, competitive wages, and positions for all shifts. Join the team as a crew member or shift manager. Apply today at makehire.com.
It's time for the SCG Hobby Halftime Show. SCG Hobby of Indiana. Dive into a world of sports and fantasy.
And we're back on the halftime show with our River Valley Senior Spotlight, focusing on the 9 seniors for the River Valley Panthers and what is their final year here in River Valley. And today we are joined by wide receiver and defensive end Jack Rummel. Jack, good to have you along, and great to meet you.
Thank you. You too, Jake.
So it's your final year here at River Valley. What makes this year so special, other than the fact that it's your final one in the blue and black?
We're coming off a good season last year, and even worse season the year before. So really just hoping to make a big impact this year, have another great season, maybe win Heritage.
That'd be nice, I'll tell you that. 9 seniors on this team. It seems like you guys are a very fun bunch of guys. How have you guys sort of grown together as a senior class over the past couple of years?
We're all so close. It's just a brotherhood, not even really a team. It's just, we all push each other to be the best we really can,
How long have you been playing football for collectively?
I've only been playing this will be my 4th year.
4th year, okay. So in that short amount of time, what are some of the biggest things that you've learned about yourself as a player and maybe even as a person here at River Valley?
Just that I have farther limits than I think I do. I can push myself a little bit more every day and get better every day, more than I think I can.
Who are your parents?
Laura Ewing and Dawn Ewing.
And any siblings?
I have 2 sisters.
2 sisters, what are their names?
Sydney Rummel and Chelsea Rummel.
How have they sort of impacted your life, both on and off the field?
We've always, me and my sister especially, we've always, went through hard times growing up, so they've always really pushed me to be better than what I've come from, and my parents have always just pushed me to be the best I can, and they want to see me succeed as well as I do.
Any personal, maybe routines or rituals before a game? I know it takes a lot to get mentally and physically ready for a game every single week, but what gets you hyped up for a game?
I really just, I thank God for allowing me to wake up that morning and really tell myself that that's an opportunity I can't miss out, because you never know what comes to the next day. So really just lock in and take advantage of every opportunity I have.
You play any other sports besides football?
I wrestle.
Wrestle, okay. How did you get into that?
I've been into martial arts my whole life, jiu-jitsu and karate and all that. So then when I came into, more middle school sports, I started wrestling just for more of a contact, you know what I mean?
Okay, so remind me never to mess with you, because I know you can definitely lay the smackdown on me. But aside from that, any personal interests or hobbies?
I like weightlifting, hunting, fishing, all the outdoor stuff.
Biggest buck that you've ever bagged?
Just an 8-point on our property.
That's still not bad, especially when you can do it in your own backyard, essentially. So Merrick interviewed him. He said sushi is his favorite food. What's your favorite food?
Any type of chicken, really. I'm a big chicken wing guy, but I'll eat any chicken, grilled, fried, marinated, anything.
What flavor wing do you think is the best?
Sweet and hot, hands down. It's not even close.
How come?
It's just the best. Sweet, tangy, I'm not a really big guy on spice, but, I also like to have a little kick to stuff. And, ranch goes on everything, so.
That is true. If you can bathe it in ranch, it makes it absolutely delectable.
Absolutely.
Where's the best place to get wings from?
Around here, I'd have to say Dino's.
Dino's, oh yeah, I think
sure.
I've had their wings before. They're not too bad. So what are your personal goals here for 2024? I know you said win Heritage Conference might be one of them, but is there anything that you're looking to get out of it for yourself?
Really trying to make a big impact on defense. That's my love, is really just defense and make as many plays as I can.
Are you looking to go to college, the Army, or military service, or workforce?
I'm leaning towards college right now.
Any ideas where you want to go?
Somewhere south, probably. I'm looking at Texas and Alabama, all those places. So.
Safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Worried about breaking your piggy bank trying to pay for higher education? At Marion Center Bank, they've partnered with the Pennsylvania Higher Education Assistance Agency to bring you the PA Forward Student Loan Program. Low fixed interest rates, flexible repayment options, and no prepayment penalties. You can focus on your studies without the financial stress. Call or visit any of their 7 local branches to learn more. They are here to keep your piggy bank safe. Marion Center Bank, moving forward with higher education. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's time for the SCG Hobby Halftime Show. SCG Hobby of Indiana. Dive into a world of sports and fantasy.
Back with you on the halftime report. Time for our River Valley Panthers Senior Spotlight, showcasing the seniors for the Panthers football team in 2024. Today, I'm joined by the speedy halfback, also a wideout and defensive back, Sam Ewing. Sam, thanks so much for taking the time, and it's good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
So take us through your life a little bit. How long have you been playing football for?
Only 2 years.
2 years. Okay, what got you into football?
Just friends, and it's just fun.
How have you liked it so far? I know you said it's fun, but what are some of the biggest things that maybe you've enjoyed so far about it?
Hitting. Hitting's a big part. I really enjoy it. Yeah.
Maybe hitting people is better than getting hit as a running back, but you play three positions. You play on the defense a little bit. You're a wideout and a halfback as well. Is there a favorite position that you like?
No, I like it all. I like just being out in the field and doing what has to be done.
So aside from friends getting you into football a little bit, what made you want to delve into the football realm? Was it because of previous athletic experiences, or what was it?
I don't really know. I just got drawn to it, just watching it all the time growing up. And I never really had the chance to play it because I've played hockey my whole life, and I've been really busy with that. But having the chance now to come out and play, it's been a lot of fun.
So a hockey fan as well. Do you have a favorite hockey team?
No, I do not.
Okay, not even Penguins or the Flyers or the Caps or anything?
No.
All right, well, hey, it's always good to keep your options open. So talking about your personal life a little bit, who are your parents or legal guardians?
My parents are Mandy and Brad Ewing.
And any siblings?
I have my 14-year-old brother Brady and my 11-year-old brother Josh.
You've been teaching them some things about football so far, or maybe even hockey?
Josh a little bit, Brady not so much. He's not very big into sports.
Okay, fair enough. Well, how have they sort of molded you as a person, not just in the course of these 2 years of you playing football, but in your life as well?
My parents are brothers, or both.
Okay. All right, so any personal maybe routines or rituals that you like to get hyped for before the game?
I like sleeping before the games. Like when I get home from school, I usually take a nap and then wake up and eat, and then just come to the games, listen to music prior to the game, and just getting ready.
You have any specific pregame meal that you go to?
Usually like chicken and rice. Chicken and rice usually.
Okay, it's normally like the meal plan or meal prep kind of course. Okay, cool. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food's probably steak.
Steak. All right. How do you get that done?
Huh?
How do you get the steak done?
Usually medium.
Medium. All right. Respectable. Do you normally grill your own, or do you go somewhere? If so, where?
I usually grill my own, but if I were to go somewhere, I'd go to Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, I love Texas Roadhouse steaks. Oh my goodness. How about their rolls? They're really good too.
The rolls are the best with the cinnamon butter. It's so good.
Oh, it's so worth the carbs. Do you have any personal goals this year in your second and what probably will be your final year with the Panthers? What are some personal goals for you?
I would like to rush for 1,000 yards this year.
All right, trying to follow Gavin and Sam after last year. So, all right, best of luck with that. And is there anybody you'd like to thank for getting you this far in life and in your career?
I'd just like to thank my mom.
All right, and do you plan on going to college or military or workforce?
I plan on going to college.
Where at?
Just somewhere around here, like IUP, St. Vincent, RMU, just somewhere close to home.
All right, and what do you want to do in college?
I'm not sure yet.
All right. Well, hey, that's always good to keep your options open. Sam, thanks so much for the time. It's been great getting to know you, and best of luck this season here in your senior year.
Oh, thank you.
That's Sam Ewing of the River Valley Panthers. We'll take a time out. More of our halftime report next on Cat Country 106.3.
Thank you.
Best wishes from the Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Company of Gregory and Martin. Now's the time to have your heating and cooling system checked. If you're having trouble with pipes or drainage, contact Gregory and Martin. Gregory and Martin will get to the problem and get it fixed right. For all your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs, contact Gregory and Martin in Blairsville. PA number 5726.
This is the moment to make this summer the summer. In a 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander with its premium and spacious 3-row interior, award-winning safety features taking peace of mind to new levels. Dynamic performance with up to 6 drive modes and distinctive Mitsubishi styling. Plus an innovative plug-in hybrid version. This is the moment to arrive with Mitsubishi Motors confidence. An industry-leading warranty, 2 years limited maintenance included, and roadside assistance. Drive home today starting at only $28,395. The moment is now during the final days of summer at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona.
Available on all 2024 model year vehicles. Coverage begins on original in-service date and expires at specified time or mileage, whichever occurs first. Coverage applies only to original owner, is not transferable. Valid only in U.S. Other restrictions apply. See www.mitsubishimotorsconfidence.com for full program details. Manufacturer's suggested retail price. Excludes destination handling, tax, title, license, dealer charges, and options. While supplies last. Limited availability of participating dealers may require placing an order and cost of delay and delivery. Retailer price, terms, and vehicle availability may vary. See your local Mitsubishi retailer for details.
To be a champion, you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But if injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
The SCG Hobby Halftime Show continues. SCG Hobby with 4 locations: Oakland Avenue, Indiana, Altoona, North Huntington, and Latrobe. Now, let's get back to the stadium for a look at the first half stats.
Back with you on the SCG Hobby Halftime Report. 14-0 River Valley with the lead over Purchase Line here at halftime, just moments away from the third quarter. And let's take a look at the first half stats brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. Time to be first, member FDIC. We'll start with the River Valley Panthers, and they have been led so far tonight by Max Perchetti through the air. He is 7 of 9 passing with 145 yards and 2 touchdowns. Longest pass of the night, 64 yards. It was his first that went for that touchdown to Caden Vrslavic. Speaking of, Vrslavic has 2 receptions for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. Merrick Smith, 2 catches for 21 yards. Sam Ewing, 1 reception for 13 yards. The rushing attack has been held in check. Sam Yanitz has only amassed 40 yards on 7 carries, whereas Gavin Burkhardt only 5 yards on 6 carries. So we were talking with Ian Layden and Coach Pulisic. They knew the running game was going to be big, but they're getting a big surprise by Max Perchetti. He's really airing it out tonight. And for Purchase Line, trying to add up the rushers here for now, but Ian Layden is 2 of 9 passing, 56 yards and an interception. Leading the rushing category is Devlin Cordish, 27 yards on 5 carries at the half. And Sean Marsh has 7 plus 4, 11, minus 5, 6 yards on 6 carries. Jason Stifler, the longest reception for Purchase Line tonight, 40 yards. Tyler Hauser has 16 yards on 1 reception as well. Chuck, let's go over some halftime adjustments.
Well, I think if you're River Valley, you got to realize these Red Dragons came to play tonight. They're in this football game. So as you mentioned, the running game, that offensive line, they need to turn it up a couple of notches, get some holes for these Panther backs to get through. And if you're Max Perchetti, pretty much keep doing what you're doing. 7 of 9 passing, great percentage there. 2 have gone for touchdowns. A couple of other passes were just a little bit overthrown. They could have been scores as well. And for Purchase Line, that offense started to click, especially that last drive. Again, it comes down to the line. Offensive line has to do their job and make some room for the running backs, and their defense keep it right where it is because they've been able to pretty much shut down the run from the Panthers tonight.
That has been our SCG Hobby Halftime Report. Coming up next, our third quarter brought to you by SeaWorld Satellites. Thank you, SCG Hobby. 4 locations in Indiana, Latrobe, North Huntington, and Altoona. More information at scghobby.com. Second half kickoff is next on Renda Digital TV and Cat Country 106.3.
You've been listening to the SCG Hobby Halftime Report. SCG Hobby with 4 locations. Learn more at scghobby.com.
IRMC stands for Indiana Regional Medical Center, and that word regional is true. IRMC has opened a new primary care clinic for folks in the Mundy's Corner, Nantiglow area. And Michael Junghwa, CRNP, would love to get to know you. For acute care of coughs and colds, flu, infections, and other ailments, or for annual wellness visits and disease management, visit IRMC's newest location at 3840 William Penn Avenue, Suite 3 in Nantiglow. IRMC, better health, better life.
The third quarter is powered by SeaWorld Satellites in Indiana, your one-stop shop for TV and internet services.
We're back with you for the second half kickoff, and this will be brought to you by Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations and teaching children to shine since 1991. So far, they are donating $14, at least from this game, toward the Teddy Bear Fund Drive thanks to the Points for Kids campaign. Yanitz and Ewing are back deep to return. This is the first time tonight Purchase Line has had to kick a ball away.
Yes, it is.
And doing the kicking, I have it marked down here, the Jacob Mountain. He is their kickoff specialist and extra point kicker. Gives a signal, line drive kick, takes a hop before being returned by one of the up men. It'll be Brody Stuller, and he's shoved out of bounds near the Red Dragons bench. And it looks like they're going to mark him out at around the 35-yard line. That's where River Valley will take up to kick off the third quarter. What am I doing? Kick off the third quarter, brought to you by SeaWorld Satellites, your one-stop shop for TV and internet savings. Save with the Dish Network and HughesNet bundle. Call SeaWorld Satellites for more information. So River Valley up 14-0 entering the second half. They'll set up 1st and 10 at their own 35. 2 wideouts to the near side as River Valley operates left to right is Caden Verslavik. Over 100 yards receiving tonight. Handoff goes to the back man on Sam Yanitz. He's at the 40, turns the corner. He's past midfield. He's at the 40, 35, 30, stays in bounds. The 20, 10, 5. Can he make it? He's wrestled down, but did he get past the goal line? No, he did not. He's wrestled out at around the 1. Wait, the near side judge says touchdown. The far side says he's 1 yard short. What is happening?
Well, they're going to have to figure this one out.
They probably have to go with the near side judges rolling, because that's the one. Obviously, that's where Sam Yanitz was forced out. They put the 20 on the board.
They're flashing the lights for a touchdown here.
And they're going to say he's 1 yard shy. Oh, boy. Whew. Well, that was Yanitz's longest rush of the night.
So it'll be 1st and goal at the Purchase Line, 1 yard line.
That was a 64-yard rush. Stop 1 yard shy. 1st and goal at the 1 for River Valley. Berchetti works under center. You have to give it to Yanitz so he can cap off that 1 yard. The snap to Yanitz, left side, and he's in for the touchdown. Sammy, touchdown, gets his first of the day. A 64-yard rush precedes that, and he's able to get that final yard to make it a 20-point game.
Well, what did we see in the first play of the game? A big touchdown from the pass, and here in the first play of the second half. Big run.
Cole Hackathorn is 2 of 2 on extra point attempts tonight. He's out for 3rd. Berchetti to hold. Snap, the hold, the kick on its way. It is up, and it is good. Panthers extend their lead 21-0 thanks to 2 big runs by Sam Yanitz, one of 64 yards and the other by 1 yard. And with a 21-0 lead in tow, they'll kick the ball off when we return. 11:39 to go in the third quarter on an IRMC High School Football Sports Night. Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
People say I'm too serious. Those funny ads for car insurance do nothing for me. I like Erie Insurance. It's seriously good. A great rate, legendary service, accident forgiveness. Not 1, but 8 reasons to switch. Woohoo! See, I can get as excited as the next guy.
Your local Erie Insurance agent in Indiana is Mark Phoebus at the Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261.
The third quarter is powered by SeaWorld Satellites in Indiana, your one-stop shop for TV and internet services.
Sam Yanitz, his first rushing touchdown of the night, and River Valley extends their lead 21-0 with 11:39 to go, making the most of their first possession in the second half. And Heckathorn, he was running up to tee the ball, and then it fell off, or to kick the ball, but it fell off the tee. And Purchase Line will have their return men lined up, 2 at the 10 and 1 at around the 6. We'll get the drive summary here in just a moment. Heckathorn's kick is high, and will be returned after it takes a hop. Brought out from around the 8. And decent return, brought down at around the 22-yard line is number 28, Ryan Matko, and that's where Purchase Line will set up shop. But let's get to the drive summary with Chuck Clark.
That's another quick and efficient drive for the Panthers. 2 plays, 65 yards. Sam Yanitz with a big run on the first down of 64 yards with the extra point. Now a little bit of breathing room, 21-0 Panthers.
Nathan Wadding in on the stop, and at least I neglected to mention his halftime stat. He has an interception in the game. So here comes the Red Dragons for the first time this second half. Ian Layden and company looking for better results. The first play of the drive is a handoff to the back man, and that's Marsh. Gets a couple of yards before finally being wrestled down at around the 25-yard line, so about a gain of 2. For Slavic in on the stop. Keith McDowell with some fireworks tonight, scoring touchdowns. It's always complimented by some fireworks. I've had about a couple people reach out to me about that, wanting to credit them, so there we go. Get some other scores from around the Heritage Conference in a second. Layden rolling out on 2nd and 8. Floats a pass intended for Cordish, and it falls incomplete. That was a good pass, just right off his fingertips.
It was right there. He's now 2 of 10 throwing the football tonight. He has an interception.
Conemaugh Valley with an 8-7 lead over Homer Center as they just kick off the third quarter. Conemaugh Township holding a 7-6 lead over Penns Manor at the half. United Valley up 35-0 over West Shamokin, and by the same score, Cambria Heights leads Portage at the half. Northern Cambria breaking Marion Center 19-0 at the half. That's interesting. Interesting to say the least. 3rd and 7. That's where they're going to mark it. Layden rolls right. Fires a deep pass downfield, and it is
caught.
Well, there's a flag on the play. It was incomplete, and I think they're going to get River Valley for defensive pass interference.
Looks like pretty good coverage.
Pass intended for Jason Stifler.
And that'll give the Dragons a first down inside Panther territory.
Yep, and the Panthers knew it. There were 2 men around Stifler. Couldn't see exactly who, but one had their back turned to the football, so more than likely that's going to get called every time. Make the call, sets up 1st and 10.
Of course, it's not like the pros. It's not where the foul was.
Yeah, it's 15 yards.
Yeah,
but still, good field position. They're going to lay in the nose of the football. The far side hash, his Purchase Line works right to left at their own 41, 10:43 to play in the third quarter, presented by SeaWorld Satellites. Layden takes a snap on first down, and the handoff on the counter route goes nowhere. And that's going to be Devlin Cordish in on the run. Clock will continue rolling, and no gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Michael Wayno in on the stop. I was talking with Wayno earlier this week, not just about his fumble recoveries, but he also said, my goal for this week is to get a pick 6. And, I mean, with the way he's been coming up with fumbles lately, that could happen.
How about a fumble 6?
He'll take that. Direct snap, handoff goes to Cordish, and he goes nowhere. In fact, he's going to lose a yard as several Panthers corral him. Wayno in on the stop.
See?
He told me his goal for this season, at least, because he is a junior, his goal is to get IRMC Player of the Week.
All right.
And I told him if you get a pick 6, I mean, that's going to increase your chances, but he's going to have a competition if he gets one tonight with Max Perchetti, because and Caden, too, because they're shining out on offense. 3rd and 11, 9:30 to go in the third quarter. Layden in pistol form sends Cordish in motion to the right, drops back to pass. He's got pressure from the right side. Ball's loose, and they're going to call it a fumble, and we'll see who picked it up. It's going to be picked up by River Valley, and I believe that's Kaysen Yingling on the recovery.
Great rush that time.
I believe Rummel was coming in from his blind side. That was just blown coverage on the line, and he's able to knock it free. And River Valley will pick up the ball at the Purchase Line 26-yard line.
The arm was coming back. It was not coming forward.
Oh, yeah, because if it was going forward, it was an
Yes.
incomplete pass.
That's right.
Football 101. 1st and 10. Oh, they're actually going to spot it at the 27-yard line. River Valley in prime field position to make this a possible 4-score game. Under center is Perchetti. Split eye form. Ewing in motion from right to left. Handoff will go to Ewing. Back at the original line. Gets about a yard before he's dropped. And Maddox France in on the stop. France, a 5'5 freshman. Interesting thing about Purchase Line, they only have 7 seniors, but they have 12 juniors, 9 sophomores, and 13 freshmen. So, good building year for those underclassmen.
Now the Dragons have dodged a couple bullets here tonight. Let's see if they can stop the Panthers from putting some more points on the board, down 21-0.
2nd and 9 at the 26. Ball on the far side hash as the Panthers go left to right. Perchetti will hand it off to Yanitz. Cuts back into the middle, but he's only going to get a couple of yards. Four yards by Yanitz, and Devlin Cordish able to bring him down. Clock still rolling at 8:16 here in the third quarter, brought to you by SeaWorld Satellites. River Valley with a 21-0 lead over Purchase Line as it's 3rd and 6 at the Red Dragon 23. I think at this point, if they get forced with a 4th down and short, why not try Cole Heckathorn, see what he can do? Although I'd try to move it more to the center of the field. Split eye form. Perchetti goes under center. He drops back to pass, looking left, fires toward the cutting man, Ewing, and it's incomplete. That one thrown behind him, and it brings up 4th and 6. We'll see what the Panthers opt to do. Perchetti's looking for a sign. It looks like they're going to keep the offense out there. And they will. They will go for it on 4th and 6. Ball placed at the 23-yard line. Clock stopped at 7:49. Split eye form. Perchetti under center. The pitch goes to the right with Burkhardt. He's going to come back inward and go nowhere. Nope. So they stop the run once again. And in fact, they're going to get Burkhardt for a loss of 1. And that'll turn the ball over on downs. And wait a minute, there's a flag on the play. Wonder what this is going to be. This might be on River Valley. I'll get the call here in a second. No, it's a penalty, face mask penalty on Purchase Line. So that'll give River Valley a free 1st down. So we'll see where they will mark the ball. And they're going to mark it off. So they're going to continue marching it. We're just waiting for where they rest the football, and there's going to be an official's timeout. I think they're going to discuss whether this is going to be half the distance to the goal, 15-yarder, 10-yarder. They're going to bring in everybody but 2 referees to decide this. Oh, wait, they're going to measure? How is it? That's the first down.
Either way.
Wow, okay. Interesting. I thought it was a free 1st down, but a little suspense behind it, too. So that'll set up 1st and 10 at around the 23-yard line. Oh, it's inside the red zone at the 17. Okay, they finally adjusted that. New set of downs for the Panthers. Clock still rolling at 7:36 in the third period, or third quarter, I should say. Perchetti under center in split eye form. Handoff goes to the main back in Yanitz. He's going to cut up the middle. Got a man on his leg, and he's finally hit down after about a 5-yard carry. Devlin Cordish in, able to bring him down. Just saw a score update. 14-7, Conemaugh Valley leads Homer Center with 8:14 to go in the third quarter. So So that'll bring up 2nd and 5 at the 12. Under center, Perchetti. This time, straight eye. Handoff goes to Yanitz. Finds a little bit of room on the right side, and he's going to find his way to the end zone. A 12-yard touchdown rush by Sam Yanitz, his 2nd of the game, and River Valley is really blowing this one out of the water.
Touchdown Sammy comes through again with another score. 6:44 to play in this 3rd quarter. And that's where that recovered fumble leads to 6 points.
Hackathorn out to attempt his 4th extra point of the night. He's 3 for 3. Perchetti to hold. Red Dragons will bring the rush. The snap, the kick is on its way. It is up, and it is good. 4 for 4 on extra point attempts is Cole Hackathorn with 6:44 to go in the 3rd quarter. Presented by SeaWorld Satellites. The score, River Valley 28, Purchase Line nothing. We're back with you in 30 seconds on an IRMC High School Football Sports Night on Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
I'm State Senator Joe Pittman. From Indiana to Westmoreland to Jefferson to Armstrong counties, I'm dedicated to supporting every student in the 41st District. As Senate Majority Leader, I'm committed to ensuring our kids have the opportunities they deserve, whether it's excelling in athletics, engaging in extracurricular activities, or achieving academic excellence. Together, we're building a strong foundation for our children's success. I appreciate your support and encourage you to vote, whether by mail or in person on Election Day.
Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
The 3rd quarter is powered by SeaWorld Satellites in Indiana, your one-stop shop for TV and internet services.
Well, after being held to just 40 yards on 7 carries in the first half, Sam Yanitz now has 12 carries, 126 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Your First Commonwealth Bank quick stats, First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first. River Valley with a 28-0 lead with 6:44 to go in the 3rd quarter, presented by SeaWorld Satellites here at Panther Stadium in Blairsville. Hackathorn has the ball teed up and ready to kick this one away. Purchase Line's got 3 men at around the 10-yard line to return it. That's a squib kick. Takes a couple hops before being corralled at the 20-yard line. And it looks like that's Xander Davis on the return, and he's finally forced down at the 30-yard line. While both units switch off, we'll go recap that drive summary with Chuck Clark.
Well, that fumble recovery at the 27 of Purchase Line for the Panther defense led to a 27-yard drive in 6 plays. Touchdown, Sammy Yanitz took it in from 12 yards out, 28-0. River Valley, Panthers came in down by just 2 scores to start the 2nd half. Now they're down by 4.
So now Ian Layden and Purchase Line offense looking to tread upfield and get onto the scoreboard. They're being shut out for the first 2.5 quarters of tonight's game. Handoff of this drive, first time goes to Cordish, and he's trying to find some room up the middle. The ball pokes free, but I believe Cordish was down. And, yeah, they're going to whistle him down before the ball poked free. Notice again, who was in the vicinity of that fumble?
Mr. Wayno.
And he fell on top of it, too. He came up, he threw up his arms like, what?
Oh, come on.
That would have been my 7th of the season. Well, Michael, you can't always get what you want.
Well, 2 more turnovers tonight for the River Valley defense.
Marked that up a 2-yard rush by Cordish. Next week, Purchase Line will be back home for the first of 2 straight games when they host Marion Center.
There's a fumble.
Yeah, botched snap. Everybody's going to dive on the football. The question is who came up with it. I believe Purchase Line did. It looked like that was another handoff to Cordish that just went haywire.
He was in motion trying to take a little mini pitch there. And
now he's going to lose 3. River Valley next week, we will be on the road at Tom Musick Stadium to take on Conemaugh Valley. Homer Center there tonight, trailing to the Blue Jays. We're on the air next week at 6:30 on Cat Country 106.3. 5:16 to go in the 3rd quarter. Ian Layden is in shotgun set, sidecar to his right, double wides to the left on 3rd and 11. Rolling right, looking to pass, fires off his back foot. And I believe that's intercepted. Sam Ewing dove for the ball, and he fell on top of it, and they're going to count that as an interception.
Wow.
Ewing read that one perfectly out of Layden's arms, and he joins Nathan Wadding with an interception each tonight. And River Valley again, favorable field position, set up shop at the purchase line 39, up 28-0.
3 turnovers now for the defense.
Next score should send this game into the mercy roll. Ewing will come back out, play some offense. .5:03 to go in the third quarter, brought to you by SeaWorld Satellites and iForm. Perchetti under center. Rummel, the blocking back, and Burkhart, the main tailback, gets the handoff. He's going to get a couple of yards, and he's finally brought down near the chains. He brought the whole pile with him, and they're going to chalk him up for a gain of about 7. That was Burkhart's longest rush of the night. Snyder and Bartlebaugh in on the stop for the Red Dragons. Ball placed at the 32. River Valley operating left to right. Up 28-0. Ball placed in between both hash marks at the purchase line 32. 4:30 to go in the third quarter. Perchetti under center. Hands it off to Burkhart, the main tailback. Tries changing direction to the left, and he stopped about a yard shy of the sticks. That'll be a gain of about 2. Tyler Hauser, I believe, is who was in on that. Brings up 3rd and 1 as we are under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Again, if you're purchase line, you have to stop this 3rd down.
Under center, Perchetti trips to the right, and a whistle. And was there a timeout? Everybody seems confused. Rummel will trot off. Not an illegal substitution, and Yanitz will return to the field. Now I just don't think anybody was on the same page there.
Well, no flag.
No timeout. So still 3rd and 1, and the clock will still roll. It looks like they reset the play clock. Maybe that was the issue.
Could be.
We'll go with it. Trips to the right, under center, Perchetti. Or no, they were in Wildcat. Perchetti was the tailback, and Burkhart was the quarterback.
Well, he fumbled the handoff, but kept the ball. Looks like he got the first down.
Now the far side judge says he's about a yard shy. Yeah. He's short.
Okay.
Okay, so 4th and 2. He's gonna lose a yard on that. .308 to go in the third quarter. 4th and 2 coming up for the Panthers.
I think that snap was low. That was the problem.
Yeah, it might have been. Rather unsuccessful on 4th down tonight. Their only conversion coming early in the game, and that was a touchdown pass. The handoff to Sam Yanitz. He's going to get the first and get pushed out on the left side of the field. Not sure if he got past the 20 or not, but it's definitely going to be a first down. Looks like they mark him out at the 20. So Panthers will take up 1st and 10 in the red zone on an 11-yard carry by Sam Yanitz. He's starting to find his rhythm here in the second half.
Yep.
Perchetti will trot off. Or no, that's Stuller, excuse me. I had to do a double take. I'm like, there's no way that's Perchetti. And it wasn't, so I was right.
You were correct.
I'm always right, when I'm not, except when I'm not, which is never. 1st and 10 at the 21. Okay, so just outside the red zone. Handoff goes to Burkhart, and he's stuffed right at the line. Actually, he lost a yard, according to the chain gang. Devlin Cordish able to bring him down. Crossing to 2 minutes. A very quick game so far.
No gain, no loss.
Second and 10 coming up. River Valley's just going to watch the clock continue to tick as they have 17 seconds on the play clock. 1:49 to go in the third. Under center, Perchetti. Snap. Play action. Rolling right. Cuts in where he's going to tuck it and run. And he's trying to turn the corner. Doesn't get it, but he might be about a yard shy of the first down. Or maybe not. Where did they mark him down? Looks like at around the 18. First down marker is at the 11, so he'll need 7. 3-yard carry. He really worked for those 3 yards.
No, he did.
Ryan Matko able to bring him down. Straight eye for him. Wide out to each side for Slavic on the near side. And Perchetti hands it off to Burkhart. Cuts in the middle. He's going to make it for the first, and he's going to follow a block and just take it home. Touchdown, Panthers. 18 yards on the touchdown carry by Gavin Burkhart with 52 seconds left in the third. And this one is out of hand. I'll have to check, but I think Burkhart has averaged a touchdown in each game this season. But either way, Cole Hackathorn out to attempt the extra point. And that should send this one into the mercy roll. Hackathorn looking to make it 5 for 5 on extra points and a whistle. And he does a Michael Jackson toe stand. And a false start on River Valley will back it up 5. So just a longer extra point attempt for Cole Hackathorn. Perchetti to hold. Snap, the kick is on its way. It is up, and it is going to be no good. Wide left, he saw the pressure coming, and that leaves the score 34-0. Panthers out in front. 52 seconds to go in the third quarter. We're back with the kickoff next on an IRMC High School Football Sports Night. Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
Hi, this is Nate James from Dad's Garage. With over 32 years of experience working at a local import auto garage, I can work on foreign and domestic vehicles. If you're looking for a good, honest mechanic, call me at 724-403-3117. Call or text at 724-422-8507. The number is also available on Facebook. I'm at 38 Francis Road, Indiana, PA. Monday through Friday, 8 to 8, open Saturday. Dad's Garage, where you're treated like family.
The third quarter is powered by SeaWorld Satellites in Indiana, your one-stop shop for TV and internet services.
Kickoff coming up, 34-0. River Valley extending their lead over the Purchase Line Red Dragons. Hackathorn has the ball teed up. Red Dragons line up at their own 10 to receive it. He approaches it. Another squib kick, this time to the left. Hits off one of the up men. And it's still loose, but the Red Dragons are able to fall on top of it at around their own 35-yard line. And while both units switch off, let's recap that last touchdown by River Valley with a drive summary, and here's Chuck Clark.
Third Panther defensive takeaway led to another touchdown, this time 7 plays, 39 yards in length. Gavin Burkhart runs it in from the 18-yard line. The extra point kick was no good, 34-0. Remember, it was 14-0 at halftime, and we have the closing moments of this third quarter to play.
I was sworn we were in the mercy roll, but nope, clock halted
35.
Oh, that's right.
We needed that extra point.
Handoff up the middle goes to Cordish, and he's going to get stopped for a loss of about 1. And we'll see if they get one more play off before the end of the third. As I look for my stat sheet, I did not staple them this time, so I'm scrambling all over the place. About a 1 second differential between the play clock and the game clock. So Purchase Line looks like they might try for one more play before the quarter break. 13 seconds. Yep, they're just going to let this one wind down and take it into the fourth quarter of play. It's been all River Valley thus far, and they lead it 34-0. Thank you, SeaWorld Satellites, our sponsor for the third quarter. We now make the switch to the fourth quarter, brought to you by 5-Star Mitsubishi in Altoona. And if you're River Valley, it doesn't get any better than this. We're back with you in 60 seconds with the fourth quarter on an IRMC High School Football Sports Night. Cat Country 106.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
We love sports, but sometimes they don't love us back. If you've twisted that ankle, wrenched that knee, or banged up that shoulder, IRMC Sports Medicine can help. Concussions, fractures, other musculoskeletal problems, getting you back in the game and improving your performance and health. That's what it's all about. Call 888-452-IRMC. IRMC Sports Medicine in the Human Motion Institute on the IRMC campus.
School is back in session. The kids have all their new school supplies and clothes, and they're excited to start a new year. They just need one more thing from you as they go back. Caution. Slow down, be alert, and make sure to follow all the school bus and school zone laws. Stop when you see the lights. Take extra time and use caution when approaching a school bus, especially when students are loading and unloading. You could be saving a life. This message from Smith Bus Company.
The fourth quarter is driven by 5-Star Mitsubishi of Altoona. A drive from Indiana or anywhere from the Heritage Conference will save you money.
Ready for the fourth quarter of action, brought to you by 5-Star Mitsubishi. River Valley just playing the defensive game and chewing the clock here in the final frame. Up 34-0. Purchase line on offense. They have it 2nd and 11 at their own 34. Layton drops back, looking to fire toward the middle, and it is over everybody's head, incomplete. And bring up 3rd and 11.
Layton has a good arm. He just has to work on his accuracy. He's 2 of 11.
He's had a couple good throws.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if there were a lot of post routes, fades, and streaks, I mean, he would probably be perfect, if not near it. Overthrown his receivers an awful lot tonight. But, again, he's a junior. He can build on it. Bring you some scores from around the Heritage Conference in Indiana High in a second. 3rd and 11 at the 34, 2 seconds on the play clock. Layton gets a snap off in time, pitches it back to Cordish, gets it back to the original line, and then about 2 yards, maybe 3 after that. So that'll bring up 4th and 7. Around the Heritage Conference at the end of 3, Conemaugh Township extending their lead over Pence Manor 13-6. Cambria Heights 38, Portage nothing. United Valley a 42-0 lead over West Shamokin. And Northern Cambria is still clinging to a 19-0 lead over Marion Center at the end of 3. Still awaiting Homer Center score. Indiana, well, not a good night for them. 42-6, they trail Knock in the 3rd quarter. Purchase line will go back to punt. High snap. Lollipop of a snap, but a great kick. My goodness, returned it around the 32-yard line of River Valley. Looks like Jake Woodring on the return, and he's only going to get a couple yards out of that. So he'll be down at around the 34, and that's where River Valley will set up. At the end of 3, Conemaugh Valley only leading Homer Center by 1, 14-13. Homer Center would have tied up the game. And so River Valley will have the football at their own 34. And I think we're just going to see some of the reserves start to make their way in. I see Jake Woodring coming on out. Bear with us. We'll try to get as many people recognized as we can. And a whistle on the play. Play clock was at 0, but River Valley forced to take a timeout. We will keep it right here with 10:59 to go in the 4th quarter, brought to you by 5-Star Mitsubishi, because we want to let you know that October is just a couple days away. Oh, I don't like that. But it's a good thing, too. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. IRMC's Comprehensive Breast Center provides you and your loved ones with comprehensive and compassionate care needed for total breast health. The team at IRMC are among the most experienced in the region, and IRMC, in partnership with UPMC Hillman Cancer Center, is at the forefront of breast cancer diagnosis and cares for their patients every step of the way. From prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and recovery, check out IRMC at Chestnut Ridge all October long. Schedule your 3D mammographies today. Also, call up the folks at IRMC. Better health, better life. And the timeout brought to you by Luxembourg's Jewelers, Indiana's Christmas store. Think Christmas, think Luxembourg's. Saw something earlier that really piqued my interest. Both cheerleading squads actually got together and did like a group cheer. I like seeing that.
Yes.
You know, you tend to see one on the opposite sideline, one near side. No, they got together and just had a little bit of fun. Love seeing that. First and 10 for the Panthers at their own 34. Woodring under center now, takes a snap, hands it back to Sam Ewing, and he's going to try to dance out of danger, but he's clobbered in the backfield by 3 Red Dragons. Seemed to have run into one of his blockers that's stalled the play from the beginning. Brody Hauser checking in for the Panthers as well. And Devlin Cordish was in on the stop. So Max Perchetti, if he does not return under center this game, will be 7 of 10 with 145 yards and 2 touchdowns. Handoff once again to Ewing, and he goes nowhere but back. Well, the first one was actually a loss of 3, and that one's going to go for even longer. 4 straight weeks, River Valley's able to get some of their underclassmen in, some valuable varsity minutes. And, you know, when we head into the second half of the season and you think about some of the more, the games with more weight to them, I would say, like the one with Northern Cambria coming up in a couple of weeks, you want to keep your starters fresh, not risk any injuries, and
get those younger people some valuable varsity experience.
JV squad played the entire second half last week against Homer Center. Now the pitch back goes to Ewing, and he's finally able to find some running room, follows a block, and he's going to take off at the 50, the 40, the 35, sheds a tackler, and he's brought down out of bounds at around the 15-yard line. These fans want a horse collar. He won't get it, but what a run by Sam Ewing to go from the 28-yard line all the way down to the 16.
Just when it looked like there was no place to go, he finds daylight. Another big run, biggest run of this second half, except for that 63-yarder earlier.
Jason Stifler able to bring him down. A 56-yard run by Sam Ewing, his longest of the game, second longest by a River Valley running back. Sam Yanitz has the biggest rush of 64 yards.
I don't know what the discussion here is about.
Should there? There's a flag down, so maybe they're going to throw it down for a horse collar. Well, Ewing also got up and flipped the ball in disgust, so that might be it. Let's see where they tack it off. He was out of bounds at the 16.
29, they'll put it.
Yep, that's going to go again. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike call against Sam Ewing, and I think he wanted a horse collar penalty, didn't get it, and once he realized he didn't get it, he let his emotions take over. And, you know, debatable whether he had a case or not, but
31 will be the line of scrimmage.
Yep. So 1st and 10. Either way, first down, 10 yards to go for River Valley, this time at the Red Dragon 31. The handoff goes to the back man in Kason Yingling. He's in at running back this time, and a great run for him. Stopped about 2 yards shy of the sticks. Brings up 2nd and 2. All congratulations to Mark Burdick's favorite baseball team, the Chicago White Sox. They now have the worst record with 121 losses this season. Mark is a big Chicago White Sox fan, but I haven't heard him talk about them much this year, rightfully so.
I never heard him talk about them.
Oh, he's a big Sox fan. 2nd and 2, handoff to the back man, and Yingling once again trying to fight for another yard, and he might have got 1. But that's all he's going to get. Tyler Hauser in on the stop. Folks, a reminder, tomorrow the Luther Ford Lincoln Coaches Corner program on WDAD and WDADradio.com. Todd Marino, Ward Hilliard. It will recap all the action from around the Heritage Conference, including this game between River Valley and Purchase Line, and they're also going to recap some District 6 action as well, 8 to 10 tomorrow. Handoff goes to the fullback. Or is that Yingling again? He got the first. Just don't know who has the football.
With a little help from his friends.
And it's Yingling again. He goes from the 22 all the way down to the 19-yard line. So it was a hard-fought 3 yards. And now the Panthers have 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 19. Ball placed on the near side hash as the Panthers operate from right to left. 7-13 away from their 5th consecutive win. Woodring under center. In I form. Takes a snap. Handoff to Ewing in the backfield. He's going to take it for a decent chunk of yards. Got about 3. And in on the tackle, Xander Davis. If you're a Purchase Line supporter, remember October 11th at 5:30, they're going to honor the 1969 Appalachian football champions and the 1969 Tri-County cheerleading champions with their first all-alumni night. Be at the Purchase Line Junior Senior High School football stadium and parking lot. Again, 5:30. Stop out, see them, and then enjoy the game afterwards at 7 o'clock. Handoff goes to Yingling in the backfield. Or no, that's Michael Waino, and he's bringing several defenders with him, and he's finally wrestled down at around the 8-yard line. 9-yard carry by Waino.
Yeah, he may get his touchdown yet tonight.
Well, hey, he said pick 6.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make fun of him for that, or at least poke some fun at him next time I see him at practice. I'll say, he's gonna be like, "Did I get Player of the Week?" I'll say, "Didn't get pick 6. It was a rushing touchdown, man. What are you doing?" For those who don't know, Waino's a really good sport. Likes to have fun, likes to joke around, so it'll be lighthearted. 1st and goal at the 7 for River Valley. Jake Woodring under center and I for him. Wide receiver to each side. Muffed snap. Handoff goes to Waino again, and the ball might be poked free. Get the official confirmation here. And Purchase Line ball. So it was a fumble on Waino, and it'll be Red Dragon ball at their own 9-yard line. River Valley's putting in their all JV defense. So we'll try to get some names for you. Andrew Hebenthal is out there, along with Brennan Brzezinski. Cameron Perkey I see out there. Oh, no, Devin Blauser, I'm sorry. Handoff up the middle. It's going to be a good chunk of yards for Purchase Line. They go from their own 9-yard line. And a good carry by Seth France takes it past the 30 or past the 25 down to the 29. Hunter Adair in on the stop. 20-yard carry by France. Fans, we invite you to stick around. Our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show is coming up upon the conclusion of this one. We'll hear from both coaches, recap the game, and give you a final look at stats. 5 minutes to go. The handoff back to France. He's going to take it up the middle and might be enough for a first down. And looks like he has another big carry, 10 yards that time. Let's see, who else can we recognize? Tanner Flickinger out there for River Valley. And a timeout on the field with 4:39 to go. Let me get my log here. Timeout on the field brought to you by Luxembourg's Jewelers, Indiana's jeweler. 4:39 to go in the game. We'll take 30 seconds. 34-0 River Valley over Purchase Line on Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
Looking for unbeatable savings on TV and internet? Bundle and save with Dish TV and HughesNet satellite internet. Now you can get $5 off each bill and lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Dish TV packages start at just $84.99 a month, and HughesNet plans begin at $59.99 a month. Call SeaWorld Satellites today at 724-463-3200 and start saving. SeaWorld Satellites, your one-stop shop for TV and internet savings.
The fourth quarter is driven by 5-star Mitsubishi of Altoona. A drive from Indiana or anywhere from the Heritage Conference will save you money.
Looks like River Valley brings in their starters, or at least a handful of them back, as Seth France gets the handoff after the timeout and is wrestled down after minimal gain, about 4 yards. Clock still winding down. 4:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Brought to you by 5-Star Mitsubishi as Evan Strauss is in on the stop. Next week we're on the road at Conemaugh Valley. First time we'll be at Tom Music Stadium as they're a part of the Heritage Conference. We're on the air with you at 6:30 on Cat Country 106.3. If we have any video information, we will relay that to you on our Cat Country Facebook page. Handoff to the fullback. And not too sure who had that. He's 1 yard shy of the sticks. Nathan Wadding in on the stop. I'm not too sure who ran that. Be 3rd and 1 for a Purchase Line at their own 49-yard line. Again tomorrow, IUP, their home opener against Clarion. It's the Hall of Fame game. Jack Benedict not only calling the game, he's going to give the introduction of each Hall of Famer at halftime. So come on out. Kickoff is at 4 o'clock. If you can't make it, we're on the air at 3:30 on U92.5 and U92radio.com. Layden on the quarterback keep on 3rd and 1 is going to get pushed back behind the line for about a loss of 1, maybe 2, and the clock will continue rolling, approaching 3 minutes, and it'll bring up 4th and about 3. Homer Center has taken over the lead from Conemaugh Valley 20-14 with 7:18 to go in that game. That's also on Renda Digital TV and on WCCS and WCCSradio.com. Man, if you're Coach Page and you can solidify that win, that's got to feel good given the season they've had. And they're 0-5 tonight, but, I mean, they've lost more players due to injuries over the season. So a win would definitely help build some late-season momentum. On 4th down, Layden on the quarterback keep goes nowhere, and that'll turn the ball over on downs, and River Valley will take over. Clock still rolling. Stop for the moment at 2:28. So River Valley will look to just hold the football. Cole Heckathorn is taking up some practice reps on the sideline for a field goal, maybe.
Could
Just
be.
maybe. We'll see him try one.
Up 34-0.
And just to make sure, yes, Jake Woodring back out there under center, or did they bring in? Yep, Woodring's back out there, okay. Just wanted to make sure. Final score starting to roll in. United Valley winning 48-6 over West Shamokin. And a timeout taken on the field by somebody. I believe it's Purchase Line. Yep, Purchase Line will use their first timeout. Timeouts all season brought to you by Luxembourg's Jewelers. Indiana's Christmas store reminds you that time flies, and it's never too early to think about that special Christmas idea. Think Christmas, think Luxembourg's. Remember, use their Indiana Mall location. Their downtown Indiana location closed for repairs after sustaining some water damage last month. And I want to say our big thanks to everybody who made tonight's broadcast and live stream possible. Indiana Regional Medical Center presenting the coverage of tonight's game, both on the radio and video. Our entire crew. Chris Yonner is up on the second level with the camera. Done a great job tonight. Sam Snedden has been our producer in the S&T Bank broadcast booth. Eric Faust, our spotter, back at 9th in Philadelphia in downtown Indiana, has been Matthew. Take it all the way for a touchdown. I thought at first he was down, but no, they let the play continue, and Purchase Line is on the board with 1:31 to go in the game.
Wow. About 52, 53 yards.
Yeah.
On that.
I think he picked it up right at the 50, so I'm going to mark it down as a
All right.
50-yarder. But either way, did you see how he was taken down the field? I mean,
yes.
I don't think we mentioned.
I think his knees were down.
Well,
maybe the official didn't see it.
Well, no, I mean like taking it down the field in terms of his speed. I mean, he
Well,
was
I'm
flying down the end
Watching
zone.
how he was taken down on the field.
Whew. And Seth France is a junior, so he could be lethal next year in the Heritage Conference. Out for the extra point, Jacob Mountain. Snap, hold, kick on its way. It looked like it was blocked, and it is no good. It sails to the right. A minute 31 to go in regulation. River Valley still holding a 34-6 lead. We'll keep it right here. Sorry, Mr. Faust. Didn't mean to hit you. Not really a drive that we can summarize, just a 50-yard fumble recovery for the touchdown.
Defense, one play, one score.
Now, it's something we're going to have to talk with Coach Felisic about. Defense, the only side that was able to put up some points tonight. Ooh, Homer Center almost just got a crucial interception to put that one away. Chuck, you're going to be at the IEP game tomorrow, right?
I'll be there.
Not watching, you're going to be...
I'll be, when you see something on the Jumbotron, I have something to do with that.
Okay.
On the scoreboard.
All right. So
all right.
Chuck Clark highlight reel tomorrow. Let's look at Purchase Line's road ahead. Mentioned that next week they are home for the first of 2 straight home games against Marion Center next week. Portage the week after, then a trip to United, then back home to wrap up the season against Conemaugh Valley on October 25th. We might have some of those games on our U92 game of the week. We'll have to touch back with Todd and see what's going on there. Mountain will kick it off. It's a squib kick returned by one of the River Valley Upmen. That's Jack Rummel trying to take it to the center of the field. Following some blockers, and he's finally brought down at around his own 49-yard line. Decent return. Clock stopped at a minute 21. Other finals, Penns Manor comes back to beat Conemaugh Township 22-16. Look at the Comets. Northern Cambria, this is shocking. I'll explain why in a second. They blanked Marion Center 35-0.
I thought the Stingers would give them a little better battle.
I thought so, too.
Yeah.
I mean, the Stingers, they were my sleeper team this year in the Heritage Conference. And, I mean, we always know Northern Cambria is tough. Coach Schutte runs a fantastic program. And the reason I said it's surprising is, like you said, Marion Center, they put up a goose egg. They just must not have had a good game. Minute 21 to go. River Valley might just go into victory formation. Michael Wayno's in as the fullback. And they will. They'll go in victory formation. And Woodring will take the knee, allowing the clock to run down. They're going to have to knee it at least one more time. But it's going to stand. River Valley picks up their 5th straight win. This by a 34-6 final score over the Purchase Line Red Dragons. Don't go anywhere. Our First Commonwealth Bank postgame show is coming up next. First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first. Member FDIC. It is an Indiana Regional Medical Center high school football sports night on Cat Country 106.3 and catcountry1063fm.com.
At First Commonwealth Bank, we know that financial confidence begins with the right account for the way you manage your money. All of our checking accounts are packed with online tools, including Credit Score Manager with 24/7 access to your credit report. And our debit cards are eligible for MasterCard ID theft protection. Find the best checking account for you at fcbanking.com. First Commonwealth Bank. Time to be first. Member FDIC.
IRMC stands for Indiana Regional Medical Center, and that word regional is true. IRMC has opened a new primary care clinic for folks in the Mundy's Corner, Naniglo area, and Michael Jungwa, CRNP, would love to get to know you. For acute care of coughs and colds, flu, infections, and other ailments, or for annual wellness visits and disease management, visit IRMC's newest location at 3840 William Penn Avenue, Suite 3 in Naniglo. IRMC, better health, better life.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, every second counts. At Strikeforce Security, we provide top-of-the-line monitored alarm systems, high-definition security cameras, and personal defense items designed to keep you and your loved ones safe. Our 24/7 monitoring service means you can rest easy. Need personal protection? We offer a range of high-quality personal defense items. Trust Strikeforce Security to safeguard your home and family. Visit us today at 57 North 11th Street in downtown Indiana.
SNSScreenPrinting.net. SNSScreenPrinting.net. Your online source for t-shirts, polos, hoodies, and more, plus a full line of promotional items. SNS Screen Printing, 1200 School Street in Indiana. They do it right here. And online at SNSScreenPrinting.net.
IUP, the Steelers, Pirates, Penguins, Indiana High, and the Heritage Conference. Renda Broadcasting covers them all and much more. Special online features, too. We've got games, we've got stories. Follow your favorite team right here on your hometown radio station and the Renda Sports Network.
Located along the beautiful Allegheny River in downtown Katanning, the Meredith Inn provides an atmosphere of casual upscale dining. Dine-in doors are outside on the new patio. Check them out on Facebook or visit their website at themeredithin.com. Well worth the drive.
Sports fans, teams, organizations, schools, and businesses. Put your logo or design on just about anything and everything. Trust the team at Fast Time Screen Printing and Sign Company. Fast Time Screen Printing on Shelley Drive in Indiana. Online at fasttimes.us. Fast Time Screen Printing. Space is a terrible thing to waste.
Hello, this is your State Representative Brian Smith. I serve the Greater Purchase Line School District and part of the 66th Legislative District. I'm a big fan of our student athletes on and off the field. Football season's an exciting time, so I'm extending my personal and sincere best wishes to our Purchase Line Red Dragons. Have fun out there as you compete on the gridiron. You've got this. We know you've got what it takes to win and make a run for that championship.
Cat Country 106.3.
Back with you at Panther Stadium for the First Commonwealth Bank postgame show. First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first member FDIC. The River Valley Panthers pick up a 34-6 win on their home turf against the Purchase Line Red Dragons. It is their fifth straight win. They've improved to 5-1, and Purchase Line falls to 2-4 on the season, losers in their last two games. Let's recap the game for you. River Valley on their opening offensive drive after holding Purchase Line to a punt in their first round. They only needed one play to take it 64 yards to the house. Max Perchetti, his first of two touchdown passes to Caden Verslovic. The extra point made it 7-0. Both of them connected in the second quarter, 7:33 on a four-play, 32-yard drive. A penalty set River Valley back 5 yards, but that was enough for Max Perchetti. He fired a 37-yard dart to Caden Verslovic. On a 4th and long, the extra point made it 14-0. Purchase Line traveled 73 yards with just a little bit of time remaining in the first half, but stalled on 4th and goal at the 7. But they stopped River Valley on two plays, taking it to halftime, and at the half it was 14-0. Seemed like a controlled game at that point, but then River Valley poured on the gas with 3 touchdowns in the third quarter, one at 11:39, a 1-yard rush by Sam Yanitz. The extra point made it 21-0. And then after Purchase Line fumbled on 4th down deep in their own territory, River Valley needed 6 plays to take it 27 yards at 6:42 to go in the third. It was capped off by a 12-yard rush by Sam Yanitz, back-to-back touchdowns for him. The extra point made it 28-0 at that point. Then an interception by Sam Ewing deep in Purchase Line territory set up a 7-play, 39-yard scoring drive that was capped off by an 18-yard rush by Gavin Burkhart. The missed extra point made it 34-0. And Purchase Line, their offense didn't get any points on the board, but it was defensive efforts from Seth France, who was able to put the 6 on the board in their final score. He recovered a fumble at midfield and took it 50 yards to the house. His blazing speed made it 34-6. The mixed extra point kept the score at bay. That was about 1:31 left in the game. And at that point, River Valley got the ball back, took the knee, and they walk out of here with a win tonight. We'll continue with our First Commonwealth Bank postgame show. Final score 34-6, River Valley on top of Purchase Line. Back with you after this on Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
Hi, I'm Jay.
And this is Shannon of the Hutton Blues Insurance Agency.
Building strong personal relationships with our clients is the cornerstone of how we do business.
Hutton Blues Insurance is an independent agency representing many fine companies to offer you the best coverage at the best possible rate, whether it's for your car, home, life, or business.
Hutton Blues Insurance is located on Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana. We are honored to have been voted Gold in this year's Best of Indiana County.
Thank you, Indiana County.
Best wishes from the Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Company of Gregory and Martin. Now's the time to have your heating and cooling system checked. If you're having trouble with pipes or drainage, contact Gregory and Martin. Gregory and Martin will get to the problem and get it fixed right. For all your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs, contact Gregory and Martin in Blairsville. PA number 5726.
To be a champion, you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But If injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
School is back in session. The kids have all their new school supplies and clothes, and they're excited to start a new year. They just need one more thing from you as they go back. Caution. Slow down, be alert, and make sure to follow all the school bus and school zone laws. Stop when you see the lights. Take extra time and use caution when approaching a school bus, especially when students are loading and unloading. You could be saving a life. This message from Smith Bus Company.
Truck Parts Unlimited is now Point Spring and Drive Shaft. Same location, just a new sign. They got better. Same can-do attitude. More warehouses, more parts. 1849 South 6th Street, Indiana. Maintain your machines. Point Spring and Drive Shaft. They got better.
Are you ready for some smash-tastic food and drinks? Then head to Smasher's Bullpen Restaurant, located in Rural Valley, right beside West Shamokin High School. From steaks to wings to pizza to our smash burgers. Smasher's Bullpen. Have a smash-tastic day.
Since 1922, families in the Blairsville area have put their trust in the Ferguson Funeral Home to care for their loved ones. They also sell granite and bronze cemetery memorials. Give them a call for a free quote. Ferguson Funeral Home and Monument Company, Blairsville, Pennsylvania, 724-459-7611.
Mitsubishi has made heating and cooling your home very efficient. With Mitsubishi's Zone Comfort Hyper Heating System, you no longer need separate heating and cooling systems. Contact Davis Brothers Heating and Air Conditioning, Indiana, a Mitsubishi Diamond Preferred Contractor.
PA license 189095.
Today's Best Country on Cat Country 106.3.
Back with you on the first Commonwealth Bank postgame show. River Valley with a 34-6 win over Purchase Line, making it 5 in a row for them. And we're joined now by Panthers head coach Jess Hauser. And after his Panthers pick up their 5th straight win, Coach, only 14 points in that first half, but then you really pour on the gas in the second half. But to escape this home game with a big win, your 5th one in as many games, I mean, that's got to be a good feeling.
I mean, that's a great feeling to get out of here with a win. I mean, that first half, they came out fired up, and they shut us down. We weren't ready to come out of the gate there. They were ready for the beginning of the game. We weren't, so we have to get that squared away for next weekend and get after it.
What happened, or at least what was said in the locker room at halftime to really, just find that extra bit of grit to turn things on in the second half?
Coach Shoemaker got on the offensive line, got them all fired up, got in their faces a little bit, and told them they have to start doing it if we can get this running game going, and they executed the second half.
Well, Purchase Line did their homework on the running game. They limited Sam and Gavin to under 50 yards of rushing individually, Gavin especially in that first half. But how about Max? I mean, he took a big step forward, 7-9, 156 yards and 2 big touchdowns. Very accurate passing, too. Yeah. Take me through what you thought of him.
Max, he knew we had to get him to step up. They were shutting our run down, so we opened it up a little bit with Max, and he picked him apart, man. He found the open receiver, and it was great.
You think that's maybe some of the, I would say, maturity and veteran presence that we're starting to see now from Max?
Oh, definitely. I mean, that's his role. He grew into that role, and he's taking lead of that role. And he just has to keep rolling the next week and the week after.
You think back at the last 2 years, Purchase Line, they came at you guys hard.
Yes.
They were hard hitting over the past couple of years. And today, to finally get that retribution, especially on your home field, it's got to finally check an important box off your list.
Oh, yeah, it did. I mean, we knew they were going to be very physical. They are every year. And we had to match that physicality. We did that the second half, and we got after it.
You take a look at the 6 points they put up on the board. That was from their defense. Offensively, you guys held them in check. Another strong defensive game, and that's got to be impressive as we're now halfway through the season.
Yeah, I mean, our defense, they rocked today. I mean, they had a shutout in my eyes, and that was a fluke score there with the fumble return. But defense played well. They just have to keep doing it every week.
I'm also noticing, we talk about how they forced turnovers over the past couple of weeks. Today it seemed like they really had a good read, and they were able to make those turnovers. They weren't give-me's or anything like that. And the thing that I noticed that on was Sam Ewing's interception. He made a fantastic read, made a fantastic catch. Are you starting to see the defense start to trust themselves a little bit more and get a little bit more confident in, knowing what's expected?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, we prepare them well all week. The coaches do, and they come out and they execute, and that's what they did tonight. It was a great game.
So now next week you guys are on the road to take on Conemaugh Valley, and that's a team that's still trying to find its footing. They, at the time of this interview, are losing by 6 to Homer Center, and they're going to probably move to 0-6 unless something big happens. So is next week going to be different at all in terms of how you guys approach it, or take me through what you guys are going to do throughout the next week in preparation for Carmel
We
Valley?
ain't going to change nothing. We're going to keep going full steam ahead and keep preparing for that team next week, and after that we'll keep moving on with them. But we're going to keep preparing for Carmel Valley this week and go after them.
Carmel Valley's an interesting case because they run in that wing T offense, something you don't normally see. I believe Portage ran with that, but you don't really see an offense like that. What's the key to stopping a wing T offense?
Linebackers. I mean, linebackers got to read and call out where they're going there, and that's it, communication.
And Conemaugh Valley, you saw them once last year. They lost some folks that you guys saw last year. Pretty much a new core, I would say, for them. But what were some of the big things that you noticed about Conemaugh Valley last year in terms of what they bring to the field?
I mean, they were big up front. They were physical. A couple of guys on defense were physical. I don't know if they got them back, but they're going to be ready to play. It's the Heritage, and everybody's ready to play each and every week. And they're fighting to get their first win and try and knock us off, and we got to roll with it.
Well, Coach, it's always good to get 5 wins in a row, especially when you can get that notorious 5th straight win on your home turf. So enjoy this one and get back at it on Monday.
All right, thanks, Jake.
That's Coach Hauser of the River Valley Panthers. We'll take a timeout. More of our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show is next. Hoping to chat with Coach Felisic. If he didn't leave already, I really hope he didn't. Oh, no, he's coming up. We'll talk to Coach Felisic after this on Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
Luxembourg's Jewelers would like to let the community know that due to unfortunate flooding circumstances at their downtown location, they have temporarily moved their inventory to their Indiana Mall store. Elegance and affordability like never before at Luxembourg's overflowing Indiana Mall location. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of Luxembourg's store-wide sale. So if you're looking for breathtaking engagement rings or searching for a stunning Christmas gift, there's no need to wait. Now is the time to visit the store-wide sale at Luxembourg's Jewelers Indiana Mall location.
Chocolate milk, the original sports drink. Its ideal combination of 9 essential nutrients boost energy and help restore muscles. Post-workout, you want a drink that gives you a dose of both carbs and protein. Carbs help replenish the fuel your muscles need for energy, and protein helps rebuild and repair muscle breakdown. Best of all, this nutrient-dense recovery drink is all natural. A message from the Allied Milk Producers.
Ready for your next adventure? With Repine Travel, unforgettable memories are just around the corner. November 10th to 16th, immerse yourself in the excitement of Branson, Missouri. Or get swept up in the holiday magic of New York City, December 8th to 10th. And mark your calendars for October 2025. Set sail on a no-fly Islands in the Bahamas cruise aboard the luxurious Symphony of the Seas. Relax and explore the islands like never before. A big thank you to everyone who voted Repine Travel the best travel agency in the best of Indiana County. Book now with Repine Travel.
Come enjoy the sights, flavors, and dailies.
The Renda curse, because Victor Bartlebaugh was our player of the week in week 4, and now he gets hurt, so I'll apologize on behalf of us. But now you get to experiment a little bit with your team. Were there any players that maybe impressed you from when they were put in?
I thought, Jason Stifler played a great game on offense and defense, and he's never even got in a varsity game until tonight. So he played very well. And, Devlin Cordish on defense, I don't know how many tackles he had. I bet 15. He's a senior. He's been there 3 years starting at that backer position, but he was lights out tonight. And I know he doesn't get a lot of credit because our team's only 2-4, but he's a stud at that linebacker position. And I thought our kids played hard and battled up to the end.
I was really impressed with Seth France. Now, I didn't know much about him coming into the game, but when he took off on that 50-yard touchdown, or that fumble recovery touchdown, I just saw blazing speed. I was so amazed on the broadcast, but he just seems like a very special talent.
He does have good speed, and we always pick on Seth. As long as he's running straight, Seth can run. You may got to make Seth go left or right, and he struggles. But he played a great game on defense as well. He's been playing DN for us. He's been playing tough. But, yes, when he's running straight, he has great speed, and he showed it there.
And I know it's hard when the offense fails to put up points, but at least to get that defensive support, it's got to feel good. But what needs to be corrected? And I know injuries, you can't really control that. But what needs to be corrected offensively if you guys want to?
The biggest thing we talk about is we get down to the 2-yard line, first and goal from the 2 with a minute left, and, get stuffed. Second down, we jump off sides. It's been that all season long. Down here at the 20, 3rd and 1 or 2, and we jump off sides again. It's just that stuff can't happen. I told the seniors, you're not a senior anymore. You're a 5th-year player. Juniors, you're now our seniors. They got to play like that, and we just keep getting those mistakes over and over, and it's been a plague for us all season. Jumping off sides, false starts, holding, clippings, clips. It's been happening all season. That stuff we got to clean up. Those are things we can prevent. And no matter how hard you coach it, it still happens. So we definitely have to start working on that.
Well, now you guys are back home for 2 games. That always has to help. And you got Marion Center next week. They're going to be they're going to have a chip on their shoulder. They were shut out tonight against Northern Cambria. And firsthand, Coach Rising's going to have his boys ready.
Yeah, I picked them as one of the top teams in the conference, and I think their defense is very good. And Coach Rising does a great job over there. They got a lot of talent. I know Camden, a quarterback, he can throw and run. So they're definitely a very good team. We got to regroup, try to get some kids healthy, and get ready to go next week. But it'll be another tough battle. Every week in the season this year has been a tough battle on the Heritage.
Well, we always know the Heritage is a very tough conference to make, but that's the beauty of it.
Yes, it is. That's what makes it fun.
Well, Coach, tough ending tonight, but as Mark Burdick always says, the sun will rise tomorrow. We'll all wake up, so that's always a good thing.
That's right.
And just put this one in the rearview mirror quickly, and we'll see how you guys do next week against Marion Center.
All right. Thank you, Jake.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it. That's Coach Matt Felisic of the Purchase Line Red Dragons. We'll take a timeout. We'll wrap things up with a final look at stats and the out-of-town scoreboard as we continue on our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show, Time to Be First, member FDIC. It's an IRMC High School Football Sports Night on Cat Country 106.3 and Red Dead Digital TV.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
It's a true treasure in Blairsville, a style of eating that's rare, and that's the diner experience. Dean's Diner on Route 22 captures the mood and atmosphere of the old-fashioned family-style eating of the off-road diner. Scrumptious home-style meals you remember growing up with, capped off with Dean's Diner's famous assortment of homemade pies. Why not stop in after the game? Open 24 hours, 7 days a week. Dean's Diner, Route 22, Blairsville, the classic diner eating experience.
At First Commonwealth Bank, we know that financial confidence begins with the right account for the way you manage your money. All of our checking accounts are packed with online tools including Credit Score Manager with 24/7 access to your credit report. And our debit cards are eligible for MasterCard ID theft protection. Find the best checking account for you at fcbanking.com. First Commonwealth Bank. Time to be first. Member FDIC.
Today's best country, Cat Country 106.3.
Back with you for the final time on the first Commonwealth Bank postgame show. First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first, member FDIC. River Valley picks up their 5th straight win, 34-6, a victory over the Purchase Line Red Dragons tonight. Chuck Clark joining me back in our studios. And, Chuck, I mean, you got to admire the fight by Purchase Line. They had some guys down and injured, but, they really held steady.
Yeah, but as I mentioned, some of those key mistakes. Have it at the 1 or 2 yard line, can't turn it over. Have a 4th and an inch for a first down, can't turn it over. But good ball game here tonight by both these teams. Did you check some of the numbers?
No, go ahead.
Okay, well, total offense for the River Valley Panthers tonight, 365 yards. They ran 55 offensive plays. And for Purchase Line, 156 yards of offense, 43 plays. Turnovers, well, River Valley won that battle. Their defense came up with 3 takeaways. Purchase Line had a pair of takeaways.
Some individual stats. Sam Yannett's the leading rusher. He only finished the first half with 40 yards and 7 carries, but a big 64-yard run and then a 12-yard touchdown rush in the second half led him to 137 yards on the ground through 13 carries, a pair of touchdowns. Gavin Burkhart, 12 carries, 30 yards, and a touchdown. Max Perchetti, a good day for him. 7 of 10 passing, 145 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Both of those to Caden Verslavic, who finished with 2 receptions and 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. Merrick Smith followed in 2 receptions for 21 yards. And let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard before we send it off into the weekend. Some finals rolling in. Cambria Heights, a 45-0 win over Portage. Homer Center, they come back to beat the Conemaugh Valley Blue Jays 20-14. They took a touchdown late in the early in the fourth quarter, I should say, and they held on throughout the entire way and evaded a late turnover. And United Valley, a 48-6 win over West Shamokin. Northern Cambria, correction on that score, 32-0, not 35. And Penns Manor fighting back to beat Conemaugh Township 22-16. And I haven't checked Indiana lately, but
42-13, I believe, was the final there. Knock winning.
I was going to cover it with a lot to not much. It was not a good night for Indiana High. And here at Panther Stadium in Blairsville, the final 34-6. Panthers beat the Purchase Line Red Dragons. We want to thank some of the folks here tonight. Eric Faust has been our spotter in the booth. Sam Snedden producing the stream on Renda Digital TV. She did a fantastic job. And also doing a great job was Chris Yonner. He was manning the camera on the second level here at Panther Stadium. We thank him for his help. And want to thank Matt Lewis. He's been our studio engineer back in Indiana at the corner of 9th and Philadelphia Streets. We thank him for his help. And Chuck and I will see you next week when we are on the road at Tom Musick Stadium to take on Conemaugh Valley.
I'm looking forward to that. I just realized that this is my 52nd year of high school football. I've never broadcast a game from Conemaugh Valley.
Wow, okay. So an historic night for both of us because I've never broadcasted one either. I've done media day there, but not an actual game. So we will take the next couple of days off, and we'll reconvene next Friday night with the airtime at 6:30 on Cat Country 106.3 with River Valley and Conemaugh Valley. But for now, for my broadcast partner, Chuck Clark, and for all of us, my name is Jake Slobodnik, repeating the final score, River Valley 34 and Purchase Line 6. Folks, have yourself a fantastic weekend. This has been a presentation of Renda Media and Digital.